Hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? Apologies for being just a teensy bit late. I don't think that I'm too late in comparison, right? Because I've had a lot of situations where I've come by very late, half an hour late and that kind of thing. So I don't think today is too bad in comparison, but I am a little bit late, and part of that has to do with the fact that I took a little bit of a nap. I took a little bit of a nap after work today, or after I got home from work, rather. And, I've got like the long turtle commute, so, it takes me a little bit longer than most people to get home, that kind of thing. So I took a little bit of a nap afterwards, and I only woke up maybe half an hour ago. So I'm still feeling a little bit groggy. I'm still feeling a little out of it. So apologies in advance if if you get to witness the true turtle gameplay today, guys. True turtle gameplay where slow reaction times and that kind of. But it's funny, right? Because I woke up at about half an hour ago, and then I said to myself, okay, I need to get, I need to be in a hurry, and I need to make like my going live post, and I need to prep for the stream, right? And then, I said this to myself mentally, and what did I end up doing? I ended up watching YouTube videos for like 10-15 minutes. For 10-15 minutes, and that's why there's like a little bit of a delay before my start, because technically I could have started stream probably on time if I had rushed myself, but instead of doing that, I decided to go ahead and watch a few videos on YouTube, as you do, right? Because I'm still like half awake and that kind of thing, and I say, oh man, I just wanna watch a few Pokemon videos on YouTube.com, and the reason for that is because Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl has been out for a little bit amount of time now, and it's getting to the point where a lot of the established Pokemon content creators, let's say, so like a lot of the content creators for the competitive side of Pokemon, specifically the VGC side, which is the format that I like to play, competitive doubles, right? A lot of them are starting to put together teams, a lot of them are starting to showcase teams, and a lot of them are starting to showcase content where they do, battles, with people that they know, or, just even random people, and showing off their new teams. Because for a little bit of time after the release, we didn't have the capacity to get, fully maxed out, fully min-maxed Pokemon. And so, people would be streaming their, recording and streaming their in-game runs, or showcasing Sword and Shield content, and now we're starting to get to the point where, people have those min-max teams, have those min-max mons, and they feel comfortable with showcasing teams. They feel, confident with getting into the competitive side of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. And for me personally, that's pretty interesting content. So I'm happy for that to be there, and I'm happy to watch, and I'm happy to enjoy that content, because, it's fun. And I understand for Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different to Sword and Shield, right? And the reason why it's different is because... Sign & Co, welcome to the stream. How are you today? Sign & Co? How's the greatest Tortu doing? I'm doing well. I took a little bit of a nap after coming home, so my stream is a little bit late, and I'm feeling like, I'm feeling a little bit groggy as a result, but I'm doing well. So I'm glad to see you here. Hopefully you're looking forward to a little bit of Monster Sanctuary. The reason why is I interrupted it. No, you didn't interrupt anything, my friend. You didn't interrupt anything. Is it late down under? I'd guess like 9 p.m. That's a pretty good guess. It's not 9 p.m. yet, but it's like 8:30. Yeah, it's around 8:30, and yeah. So yeah, I took a little bit of a nap before. I interrupted your beautiful monologue. No, don't apologize for that. Don't apologize for that, Silent. But I I took a nap after getting home, and I only just woke up, and I really should look after myself a bit better and space out my time a little bit better, but I couldn't help myself. It's been a very busy week at Turtle Corp this week, this month, and the last few months actually. So just the fact that we are here on a Friday night. The fact that we are here on a Friday night, no date. Who needs a date? Well, when you can play monster battling games. To me, that's more fun, That's more fun. Greetings, JP. How are you today? How are you doing today, JP? Twitch summaries are being sent. Have you seen yours? I think I have. From memory. Because the thing is, right, with this account, like I do have another account on Twitch, and I think the majority of my viewership is actually on that account as opposed to this one, because I only made this account when I decided to start streaming, right? Put your recap on Twitter. I might do so later on, Sinica. I might do so later on, but it's kind of funny because I do have a lot of VTubers. Like my top 5 is like all VTubers and that sort of thing. And if we go to my other account, it's like it's more mixed, right? It's more mixed and more varied. But when it comes to this account, Toru channel, if you take a look at the top 5 most watched, it's all VTubers. I think my number 1 VTuber is like in terms of watch time, I think is like Aria. So Aria Rinchan. And she is actually a Brazilian VTuber. Very chill, very funny, playing a lot of games that I do like, playing like Fallout games and that kind of thing. And she's great. She recently got a new model update as well. So I think that she's my most watched VTuber in this account. And I'll have to check later. Son & Co. But I might consider posting it on Twitter. Yeah, definitely. Sadly, you're not in my top 5 yet, as I only just discovered you recently. That's fine, my friend. I mean, I think you've come to the streams pretty consistently for like a couple of weeks now. So like, it would be like 4 or 5 streams or that sort of thing. So I'm hoping that you're enjoying what you're watching enough so that we can go ahead and, continue to do this back and forth for a long time. 3 out of my top 5 turned out to be VTubers. I don't think they'll be changing anytime soon, despite wanting to replace 5 with you. I see how it is, Silent. I see how it is. I guess you're number 5 right now. Your number 5 right now is a VTuber as well. Welcome, Roke. How are you today? Welcome, Roke. Is this beginning or the end? It's just beginning, my friend. It's just beginning. I've only just started the stream. We haven't even gotten into the game yet, but we will get into the game pretty soon, I hope. And we'll have a little bit of fun then. So like I've been talking to a couple of people off stream with like they're going through their own playthroughs of Monster Sanctuary as well, and they've sort of shot past me in terms of progress, because I've only been playing on stream, and there's, like, I don't do particularly long streams either, so that's kind of right? So I don't get that much progress done. I like to get more progress done, but I'm talking to like a couple of friends, and, they're sort of like talking about their progress in Monster Sanctuary, and they're telling me that they're having a lot of fun with the game. Which, makes me very optimistic as to like how this playthrough will go. Because I know that Roke, you've been around, when I was doing like my Monster Hunter Stories 2 run and that kind of thing, and definitely that game took a while, right? But I'm definitely hoping that we can take Monster Sanctuary to the very end, like we did with Monster Hunter Stories 2. And yeah, we didn't do like the post-game stuff, so I might actually consider the post-game for Monster Hunter Stories 2. But for Monster Sanctuary, the post-game stuff might be more interesting as well, simply because I think that like the meta for this kind of game, or the kind of like team building options for this kind of game is pretty in-depth, I would say, just based on how like the skill system looks and things like that. I definitely think that you could get a lot of mileage out of the combat system. So I'm really looking forward to beating the game first of all, but I may do some like post-game stuff as well on top of it. like other Pokemon content and that kind of thing. I think for the time being, like I'm gonna put Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl to the side and then just work on that off stream if I want to make teams and that kind of thing. But yeah, I definitely want to give Monster Sanctuary a little bit more of an in-depth look. JP says, I'm okay, but I'm busy at work and will run with a case I messed up to my assistant boss. That's unfortunate, my friend. That is really unfortunate. I hope that, you know, the case goes well for you and that you can make up for your mistake, you know? Because at the end of the day, like, nobody's perfect, right? Nobody's perfect, especially when it comes to work. Everybody makes mistakes. But what's important is if you have the capacity to recover on that mistake, then, you know, what's important is not necessarily, oh no, that I've made a mistake, oh, it's all over. It's not that. You know, what's important is that you have the capacity to recover and make up for it so that you can sort of like patch up the situation so that, you know, it doesn't, you know, it's not a long-term thing, right? It's not a long-term thing. My number 1, 3, and 5 of VTubers, top one being the one and only Mixed Fudge. Yes. Mixed Fudge is pretty cool. Mixed Fudge is pretty cool. Imagine some epic Toru progress. I'm hoping so, Silent Co. I'm hoping so, Silent Co. Rogue. I'm hoping to get, you know, a lot more progress. And so I know that I don't stream too often, and a lot of that has to do with, like, you know, work schedules and things that are going on outside of the stream, right? But I'm hoping over the next couple of weeks, because we're moving into the Christmas period, right, I'll have a decent amount of free time to, you know, do whatever. And I'm hoping that in that free time, I'll be able to stream more, right? And the streams that I will be doing will be more focused on games like Monster Sanctuary, because I feel like, especially after the Monster Hunter Stories 2 streams, I feel like I tend to really fall in love with like these monster battling games and that kind of thing. And I feel like I'm on the cusp of that with Monster Sanctuary as well. Like, we've only played a couple of hours, you know, and we've barely scratched the surface of the game. But I definitely feel like it's one of those games that just might, you know, poke me just right. And then I'll just want to, like, you know, play like the, you know, 30, 40 hours until we finish it, right? So I'm hoping to get a little more Monster Sanctuary progress, like some genuine progress over the next couple of weeks. And if I do have the time for that, I'm definitely going to stream it and share it with you guys. Anyway, I want to return to what you were saying, how different Diamond and Pearl were from Sword and Shield. Now I really want to know, yes, Silent Co. So I was in a little bit of a tangent before I started talking about Monster Sanctuary. But no, with Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, it's just the fact that the game had just come out. So people didn't have the capacity to make like the super strong teams yet, like the min-max teams. You know, you didn't, you know, you weren't able to, like, you know, breed Pokemon with like the top IVs and the natures and that sort of thing, because obviously you needed to get to the post game before you could do that, and then it takes a lot of time beyond that, right? And so now there's been enough time since the release that people are now starting to get to that point. And what's happening is that you're getting a lot of content creators on YouTube who are now showcasing teams. And one of the things that I was watching, you know, after my nap, was I was watching a Pokemon YouTuber that I tend to watch quite a bit. His name is Moxie Boosted, and he likes to create, you know, competitive Pokemon content, but more on the meme side. And then he released a video earlier today, I think, showcasing a Gliscor team. So Gliscor, hold on, let's get a picture of him on screen if we can. If you'll just wait for me. Gliscor's cute. Just bear with me for a teensy moment, right? But think. Oh wait. Gliscor, there we go. Oh, that's a bit too big. But there, Gliscor, it's like a, you know, it's a cute Pokemon. It's a very cute Pokemon, but this is Gliscor. Oh, what a cutie, right? What a cutie. It's the impish bat. Yes. It's like the evolution of Gligar. It's like a kind of like a bat, But the thing with Gliscor is that it gets the ability called a Sand Veil. And what Sand Veil does is that it increases your evasiveness, right? Increases your evasiveness, which means that you're less likely to get hit by attacks, right? In sand. And what happened is that Moxie Boosted, who is, the YouTuber that I'm watching, right? He created a team that leverages that ability. So he brings out a Pokemon that can set the sand and just make Gliscor, really evasive and really difficult for opponents to hit. And what ends up happening, right? What ends up happening is that, he also stacks it with like the move Double Team. So he gets his Pokemon out on the field, right? And then his opponent tries to hit him and then they miss. And then he uses Double Team. And then he just becomes even more evasive. And so it's at the point where, like, your opponent will try and hit you, but their capacity to hit you is only like 20% or like 10%. And then by the time you get to that point, like, Gliscor can just do whatever he wants because he just never gets hit, right? And so it's a total cheese tactic. But what I do like about it, right, is that it's an aggressive cheese tactic, because cheese tactics revolving around evasion, and we've seen it in our own playthrough, right? We've seen it in our own playthrough with what's his name, Flint from the Elite Four. Whenever you have a Pokemon that runs like evasion strategies, you tend to think that they're more on the defensive side. So with Flint, he ran the Drift Bloom with Minimize, and it was a fully defensive set. He had Will-O-Wisp, he had Baton Pass, and he had Strength Sap as well as Minimize, right? But and another common Pokemon for like the Minimize and the evasion strategies, right? The most common one would be like Chansey / Blissey, and those are just like, those are Pokemon that just act as giant walls, and then they stall you out and that kind of thing, right? So evasion is typically seen as a defensive strategy. But what was interesting about Moxie Boost's video was that because Gliscor doesn't have the defensive stats that, like a Blissey might have, or a Chansey might have, or maybe like a Drift Bloom might have, then he was using the Gliscor as an aggressive Pokemon. So it was more akin to like having a Pokemon to set up, right? But, attack straight after, because once Gliscor got up his double teams, he was just attacking, right? He wasn't using like stall moves, he wasn't using defensive moves or healing moves, he was just hitting. He was just hitting with big earthquakes, right? And so that's why I found it very interesting, because it was like a stall, like evasion is typically associated with stall tactics, but it wasn't a stall team. It was it was just like a bulky offensive team, right? But it just happened to have the capacity to cheese people out. And, like, I definitely wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of such a strategy, but, it is fun to watch his content, It's fun to watch his content on YouTube. Again, not something that I would want to play against, but it's funny to watch his content. But the other aspect that I wanted to mention with regards to Pokemon, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, compared to Sword and Shield, right? The other thing that I wanted to mention was that there's no ranked mode in the Gen 4 remakes. There's no ranked mode. And so, the idea that you can auto match with, people competitively, under the same rule set, that's not as common, because you don't have the ranked battle mode to act as a filter. And what's interesting is that people in the community, like people in the Pokemon competitive community, have, figured out ways to try and match people together using like the open lobbies, using like the open battle rooms, gating them behind certain codes. So if you use a certain code, then you should be matching up with people, who want to play this, certain competitive rule set. So they have a code for doubles and they have a code for singles and that kind of thing. And so when you enter that lobby, then you want to play under those certain rules. And I think it's interesting because this is not enforced by the game, right? It's not enforced by the game, so you'd be working on the honor system pretty much. So if people want to use teams that break the rules convention of, let's say, VGC, or, I think singles, right? Smogon singles is the more common one, right? You can, because an example would be that Smogon singles has something called a sleep clause. So in that game, you're not allowed, or under that rule set, you're not allowed to sleep more than one opposing Pokemon on the team at any given time. Right? And the idea is so that you don't cheese out your opponent using sleep, right? But because it's an open battle with like no established rules or no set rules, you can break it. You can break that clause, and you can, be, you can be a bad sportsmanship gamer without any real consequences, right? So the idea is that it works on the honor system. And most of the time, I think people, people do the right thing, which is really encouraging to see, right? Because it's behavior that people in the community sort of abide by for the sake of having, like a fun game mode. And because you're not, because it's not enforced, it really just depends on the people in your community to uphold those standards. And to see that, you see on videos like people are just randomly battling others, and to see those standards enforced, on an individual level, it is really heartwarming to see. Because in a lot of communities, in a lot of gaming communities, if you can take advantage of something, then you definitely do, right? Even if it's bad sportsmanship, even if it's bad play, if it gives you an advantage, then you do it. But it's nice to see that by and large in the Pokemon community, people do try and play by the rules that people have set. Isn't there like a reputational punishment for breaking the etiquette? Yes, there is, Signco. There is like a reputational punishment. But then here's the thing though, right? Because there's no ranked ladder, and because it's like open lobbies, then, you can always just go somewhere else, right? You can always just go somewhere else, right? It's contingent on the people running the lobbies to sort of have like a blacklist of people or something, but I don't even know if they have that, right? I don't even know if they have that, so... Because like it's an open lobby, it's not run by a specific person, so I think you can get away with some bad behavior if you really wanted to, but the fact that people aren't doing that is really heartwarming. So I'm definitely supportive of that. I'm definitely supportive of initiatives that are being undertaken in the community to try and build like a quasi-ranked battle system, even though the infrastructure in the game doesn't really exist for it. It's good to see. It's good to see because it means me as... I was gonna say like as a content creator, but I don't create brilliant diamond shining pearl content anymore because we beat the game, right? But me as a content consumer, it's good to see because it's fun. It's fun. I think having communities coming together, playing by the rules so that everybody can have a fair and good time, there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I bet they go with a blacklist system for consistently reported users. They might. For all I know, they might. But but fingers crossed, that continues into the future. And people try and I think because it's good to see. It's good to see you consumed our hearts. I don't know about that. I don't know. Oh, hold on. Can we? Hold on. Wait. Would this even work? Wait. No. Okay. There's enough of that. Enough of that nonsense. All right. So, with all that said, we should actually make our way to Monster Sanctuary. Big tour, yes, huge, definitely huge. Let's make our way to Monster Sanctuary, though. Let's make our way to Monster Sanctuary. I think I've talked off everybody's heads off for long enough. We've been at this for half an hour. I didn't used to do this. I didn't used to have like the long chat before I started playing games. I used to just get into it, but I think I've absorbed some habits from like other VTubers I watch where they do like a pre-game like Zatsudan or just chatting section, and I've like totally absorbed that into how I do my own streams. I don't know if it's necessarily a good thing, but it's something I do enjoy, so I'm not going to complain too much about that. All right, but we are in the game already. I just need to work with the settings, right? Gave me time to grab a dessert at least. That's good to hear, Rogue. That's good to hear. Part of the reason why I do it is just to give people a little bit of time to get ready for the stream, give people a little bit of time to come in and that kind of thing. You know, so that they don't feel rushed, or that, you know, if someone comes in like 10-15 minutes after I start the stream, you know, they don't actually miss out on anything important, I would like to say. It's a great thing. I personally enjoy the just chatting sections a lot with you. Thank you, Saniko. Thank you, Saniko. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It's one thing that, like, I've tried to work on as a streamer, I guess. And I know that sounds a little bit corny to say, oh, you know, like, you're working on something as a streamer. Don't you just play games? And to a very large extent, yes, right? I do just play games, but, you know, there are other things that I do want to improve about, like the presentation and how I carry myself, and, you know, how I engage with you guys in chat. So I'm hoping that, you know, the work that I'm doing is sort of paying off. Lastly, do you always go for monster catching and training games, or do you go for more variety too? Okay, so generally speaking, Sign and Co, monster catching isn't even like my niche or my forte per se. It's just that because I have like a big Pokemon obsession, right? It's just because I'm really, really into Pokemon. So it's something that, you know, I really do enjoy on a personal level. So I've gotten into like the monster battling games as a result. But if we're talking about like specialities, or like, you know, games that I'm more likely to play, the games that I trend towards are actually more like strategy games and like Western RPGs and that kind of thing, right? So I do like, I won't necessarily say that I would play like a variety of games, but I definitely would play, excuse me, I definitely would play some different types of games on stream. It's just that, like, I'm going through like a monster battling phase right now where I'm really enjoying certain monster battling games, and you know, Monster Sanctuary is one of them. You know, Pokemon was the obvious one, right? What is your actual forte? Roguelike, crafting, FPS. So I would personally say it would be like Western RPGs and like survival game. Oh, sorry, survival game. Strategy games. Mr. Strategist right here. No, I like strategy games, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm good at them, you know? It doesn't necessarily mean I'm good at them. Best strategist south of Indonesia. Very nice. Alright, let's just do this in camp. Let's just do this. There was like a boss. From memory, there was like a boss that was like towards the left side. So I want to go ahead and do that. Who do we choose here? So we got 2 Veros, and then we got a Cat Zerka. So I guess like it's weak against air. No, it's strong against air, but they were definitely weak against grass. So I want to say like JP would be very strong here. So we got JP. Where's our okay. I'm missing my starter. I'll have to go and pick him up afterward. And I think Jizaku would still be pretty strong. Yeah, I think JP would do the most damage here. Alright. So we go with probably Spore. Just to oh wait, no. What am I doing? We go with I mean, a sidekick is pretty good for the whole party. Yeah. Just to get like the extra stuff going. And then you would want to, you know, just weakness. Very nice, very nice. Then we can slime shot this guy. Hopefully do enough damage to take him out. I don't think he will, but, well, you know, we'll try our best here. Ah, the poison proc almost got him. That's fine, that's fine. Oh my, you have Sirenko. Yes, we do. Yes, we have him in the party. We have him in the party. I guess Leaf Slash is pretty straightforward. I mean, applying weakness is still really, really good, so I guess we'll do that. Yeah. Go. Got slime shot. We apply poison debuff. There we go. I'm totally fine with you benching me for Croaky. Oh, Rogue. That's so unfortunate. That's so unfortunate. I mean, I haven't decided. I haven't decided my 6 as of yet. There we go. The poison pop was used. Ooh, that's fine. But we'll see how we go. We'll see how we go, Rogue. I definitely do think Croaky's pretty powerful, so I do want to bring him in. But I'm not sure who to swap out from, right? It's kind of one of like the big shames, right? It's kind of one of the big shames of this, that like you do have the 6, right? And I understand that's genre convention and that kind of thing, but it is a little bit unfortunate that, you know, you can't bring all of your mons with you, right? Because like, okay, so here's the thing. Oh, Vero egg. I mean, we already have them, so that's all right. And we got a couple of levels, which is nice. But so the unfortunate thing that I would consider is just the fact that, like, I get it, right? You can, you know, you have 6 that you bring with you. But what I do consider to be a shame is that, like, you know, you have the 6 that's there, but then you can only choose like your 3 in battle from that 6. Like, I really wish it was possible to you know, to be able to choose from like your entire group. Wait. No, okay, never mind. And where was the boss? There was like a boss that was like in this area somewhere. Problem with me is my synergy potential is low with the current party. Okay. First off, let's actually just take a look at like just the skills. I don't think that I don't think it's really a big deal in terms of like the min-maxing and everything. Like, I think we can just figure it out as we go, right? Applies poison debuff to apply sorcery. Don't really need sorcery at the moment. Healing target might not be terrible, but I think magic proc is still pretty good. Cause it's like, what is it? Every attack, right? And that's passive. But mana upkeep for the whole party. I mean, that's pretty hard to ignore, right? And then JP is like a big damage dealer. Let's see what he can do. That's defensive healing actions trigger an additional. I don't really need that. I kind of want to use him as like a damage dealer at the moment. Yeah. So we'll just upgrade Leaf Slash. I think that's fine. But we'll take a look, right? Actually, yeah. Kuroki's pretty strong. Kuroki's really strong. What the heck? I mean, he is 1 level higher. Let's take a look at some equipment though, right? Because I got heaps of things that I can do. Crit chance. Like, if I've got things that increase crit chance, I want to give them to Sign & Co. Because, like, this guy does, like, a lot of, Wait, was it Sign & Co or was it Jazaku? Someone had, like, really powerful synergy with crit skills. Yeah, it was Sign & Co. So, we'll give him, probably the bandana, just so that we can increase crit chance. I think JP has got, like, decent, like, physical damage. Kuroki's pretty good. Mixed Fudge is pretty good. It's difficult, right? It's difficult because I think I'm gonna bring in Kuroki for a little bit, but I'll bring him in for Mixed Fudge, and I just want to see, how that pans out, right? I think. Let's see. I mean, if we can give Rogue like the helmet. Yeah, the helmet's pretty good because it's like base physical damage. Then we can give Kuroki like yeah, the hide is like super tanky and defensive. So I think that's good for that. Wahaha, I'm good with crits. Was there ever any doubt? No, not in the least. Not in the least. Oh, I jumped right into him. I didn't mean to do that. All right. Got Sign & Co. They're all weak against grass. So I think like Kuroki, Sign & Co. and Jazaku this time. So instead of JP. Because I want to see what Kuroki. But we'll do sidekick first. Right? Then do here. Critical damage. Crit hits. Yeah, okay. Whoa, that does a lot of damage. Let's see how much. Wow, look at that. He just demolished him. Damn, Sign & Co with those crits. Bang. These guys are getting steamrolled. What the heck? This is so much faster than the previous battle. Absolutely demolished. Okay, very nice. Not that I'm complaining. Hey, that's my first 5-star perfect battle. Oh, they were level 2s. I wasn't even paying attention. I wasn't even paying attention. If that was the reason, then that definitely makes a lot of sense. But where was like the monster? There was like a monster down here. Hold on. Can we There's like a boss down here somewhere. Can't remember if it was like in this direction, but I do remember like getting there. Shit. Deleted. Yes, definitely. These guys are level 3. I don't mind retreating at this point, right? Because I don't think it's like... Oh. Okay, never mind. Let's just start combat, guys. Let's just start combat. Enemy levels are permanent once you enter their room for the first time. Okay, okay. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. I think punch combo is fine. And probably like just getting the poison is enough, and then I think like demolishing the Rocky would be really good. Yeah, so they're just healing themselves up. And then that attack was pretty weak, so I don't mind that at all. You can, yeah. You can just get a little bit of poison debuffs on everybody. Oh, unfortunately no crit, but let's just take out Rocky. Let's just take out Rocky, because Rocky's the most powerful there. Like, these two slimes are definitely, they're definitely more support oriented, so that I don't consider them to be as much of an issue. Oh, double crit. There we go. Very nice. Okay. And that's fine. Alright, cool. Let's go. Level up for Sign & Co. Very cool. Very cool. Alright. I'm pretty sure it was like down here somewhere. Like, surely it was, right? Surely it was. Okay. Like the map. It was like down here? It was through here, wasn't it? Or... Yeah, it was this thing. This is the boss, isn't it? This is a boss, isn't it? So, we'll go ahead and give Sign & Co. a bit of a level up and see what he can... Yeah. Oh, he gets fire! Okay, okay. That's really handy. That's actually really handy. I mean... Regeneration is nice too, but I'm missing, without Mixed Fudge, I'm missing like a fire element. So having like a fire move is pretty handy. I'll get regeneration next turn. Very nice, very nice. Jizaku also leveled up. What can Jizaku learn? Oh, we need to give him Featherstorm. He needs like a... Oh, he's already got a wind attack here, right? Every attack... Oh, yeah, okay. Attack proc is really handy. So I guess we'll switch Jizaku up there. I don't think we need Alistar in the top thing. We'll try Rogue. And we'll see how this will go. We'll see how this goes. I think this is a boss. I don't even know. It just looks like it. Look at it. It's menacing, right? Here we go. Here we go. It's a monk, level 6. Can we do this? Looks like he's weak against grass. Okay, so we'll choose monsters. I like Sign & Co. I like Jizaku. Unfortunately, I think we'll have to go with JP here. Because JP has like some really nice, really nice grass attacks. Maybe Croaky even? What does this guy use? Probably We'll go with JP. Proc is awesome. 3+1 to combo meter. Yes, I do like a lot of the procs. I do like a lot of the procs. Alright. We'll go Jizaku, sidekick. And go with... Yeah, definitely we want to go with Spore. I mean, he is weak to it, but then the other thing is like he gets the debuff, and I think that's really important. Claws seems to do a lot more. Interesting. Yeah, Claws seems to do a lot more, but the bleed stacks are pretty good too. If we can proc bleed, I'll be happy with that. Okay, good. We got the bleed. Very nice. Wow, that did a decent amount of damage. It gets multiple turns too. Whoa, what hacks? What hacks? It's fine. Now this is power. There we go. I think Leaf Slash. Yeah, Leaf Slash is fine. And then definitely just normal Slash as well. Now Claws. Yeah, that extra crit's not. Oh, this cheeser! He's trying to heal himself. What are we doing here? How dare you? Nice. Air sickle doesn't really do a whole lot. I think beating is fine. Yeah, because you proc like the extra stuff, right? Then leaf slash. Okay. So like he's doing damage, but it's not enough to really keep up with my damage out. I think that this is. Oh, those crits are really useful. Then you get like the extra proc, which is nice. Leaf slash. So I think I actually take him out next turn unless like he heals himself. Yeah, which he's doing, right? He's healing himself. But even if he's healing himself, I think that we can out damage him. Especially because we got like the procs, right? There we go, the extra procs, and there we go. There we go. Team Toru attacks 3 times. Enemy attacks 2 times. Enemy yells hacks in return. Well, you know what? It's about time. It's about time, Rogue, that we get a little bit of hacks going our way. Blue gem. Oh, upgrade material. Interesting. All right. Nice, nice, nice. You leveled up, Rogue. You leveled up. Very cool. The AI thinks. Yes, it thinks, but unfortunately, Sign and Co, it didn't think too well, right? It didn't think too clearly, because if it thought a bit better, then it wouldn't have challenged me to fight in the first place. Alright, let's go down here. Chest, which is nice. Ocarina, healing skills passive. Oh, that's really good. I'm gonna give that to the slime, to Alistar, right? Because Alistar is like the dedicated support so far, so it'd be nice to have him get. Alright, and this is where we were earlier, right? Okay, that's pretty cool. Anything here that we missed out on? Just skip them, like we don't really need them. And then this just gets us back up there, right? What about through here? No, that was just a wall we broke through from memory. Can we go through there? No, probably not. Congrats on beating Tutorial Land's mini-boss. No worries. No worries, Rogue. I mean, it was the most difficult fight of my life so far, but we got there in the end. Right? We got there in the... what was the one that allows us to, like... I'm pretty sure we had... Did this? No. No, definitely not. Did we have anything that can bring... get us through here? I don't think so. Right? No, okay. That's fine. If we don't, that's fine. Bird. Ah. Unfortunate. Alright, whatever. And then we had the orbs, right? Yep. That's fine. How do I actually get back up there if that's... I guess we can go through here and then go the other way. Whoa. Good skip. Alright. Alright, there we go. There we go. Ah! Ah! Oh no. Oh no, I'm gonna trade if we can. Unfortunately, we're like back here. So like, I have to like navigate around it. I have to navigate around it. We can just start combat. I don't think I'll lose no matter what I do here, right? Surely not. I want to redeem the record Vokaroo thingy, but I don't know what scene or meme to pick. What can I choose? Well, this is sort of like maybe not that helpful, Sign and Co, but you can choose anything, right? You can choose anything you want as long as like... So basically what will happen is that you choose, you redeem, and then you choose what you want, and then, if it's something that's, like, inappropriate or something that's not cool, then I'll let you know, and then I'll refund your points. But in terms of, like, what can you choose, I don't have anything really sort of, like, settled yet, because I don't really know what people, like, what kind of, scenes people want to do. So I don't have anything that is like, like a hard limit as of right now, but it'll just be like depending on whether I think like it's an appropriate scene or not, right? Might have to buy some more smoke bombs later. Yeah, I've only got 2 right now. I've only got 2 right now, and that's going to be an issue a little bit later. So definitely, well, when we go back to the sanctuary, I'll probably like pass by it, right? So I think at that time I might get some. Right, very nice. very cool. No levels, unfortunately. But that's fine. Need to make our way to the sanctuary. Oh, alright, nice. Clearly memes about turtles. I think that's not a bad choice. Okay. Definitely, definitely anything about turtles would be appreciated, but it's not a meme, guys. It's not a meme. It's my life. So just be aware of that. No, it's fun. It's like whatever you guys choose. I'd be happy to do it as long as it's like, as long as it's appropriate, I guess. Right? I'm pretty like, I'd like to think that I'm pretty tolerant as to what I think would be good, So it's like, as long as it's fine, it's fine, I know that sounds really unhelpful, but as long as it's fine, it's fine. All right, there we go. Sidekick this one first. Koopa Troopers. I mean, maybe. I wouldn't mind doing something about that, the Koopa Troops are like, distant relatives. And even though they're spending a lot of their time, sort of wasting their lives in the Mushroom Kingdom, it's not like I don't feel any affinity for them. Were you born to turtle parents according to the law? Well, so that's the thing, right? Right? So like, I'm a reborn turtle, right? So like, I do have like turtle parents. I wouldn't necessarily say that they're like turtles, like full-on turtles themselves, right? If I'm being honest, I haven't really given that much thought to that aspect of the law. I mean, there's things that like law-wise that I do take into account, but I think that particular subject, I haven't given a whole lot of thought into, if you will. Well, that did a lot of damage, and that should just stay out. Nice. Very nice. Another Vera egg, but we've gotten quite a lot of Veras, and I don't think they're that. All right, so now we're back. Who can we talk to? Like, I'm wondering, like, where do we buy items from? Like, I guess like there's like merchants here and stuff. Let's see. Ooh. Yeah. Obtained staff. Very nice. Yes, clearly mutated turtles in the sewers of the network. Yeah. Yeah. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yes, exactly, Sign and Co. Unfortunately, well, maybe fortunately, I don't know. I don't live in New York, though. Now, that's what I can say. At least I can say that much, right? I don't live in New York. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a bad thing. I can't really say it. Wait, hold on. What did he say? Are you aware of the execution? Explain that to me. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, so it's just like, whenever you KO or kill a monster, if you have like a high amount of combos, that's a good thing. Okay, that's fine. Preferred strategies to stay defensive and let debuffs do. Doing damages. Ooh, hide plus. Wait. Reaction. Okay, fine. Oops. I think the most important thing as a monster keeper to find right diet. Okay, food. How different is Sydney from New York, really? It's quite different. It's quite different, Sign and Co. I think, I think if you ask any inhabitant of Sydney or New York, you'd find that it's quite a different place. Okay, so where's the merchant? I haven't been using potions, I guess, because it seems like you refill HP every time, but... here we go. Weapons and armor. Yeah, what can we sell? Hold on. Let's get our buddy Rogue, like the plus level 1 hide, because that does, like, that makes him so tanky. Like, look at this, that makes him so tanky. Then we can get the extra skill, and what extra skill can we do? Water affinity, Haunt is pretty nice. Let's see. Kill monsters. Start of every turn. That's pretty... I mean, 4%'s not huge, but that's kind of handy. Right? And then you can also get Protector, which is pretty cool. I want to try... Wait, hold on. Supply. So let's say 4%. So that's like 40 health. Maybe that's like... not even that strong. I think... But then if we... Let's say we get hit 207.5. I guess supply might be better, comparatively speaking, the longer the battle goes on. I mean, I guess... I think I have another monster with Protector, so I guess having multiple auras is a good thing as opposed to stacking up on one kind of aura. Definitely we should go Slime Shot level. I think that one is straightforward. I mean, comparatively, Sydney and New York are much more alike than like Sydney or Lesotho or Newark or Damascus, maybe. Maybe you might be right. Maybe you might be right. Maybe you have a point there. But what I will say is that I don't think Sydney has the developed sewer network system the way that New York does. So, yeah, Ninja Turtles might struggle a bit here. So we can completely reset the monster skill tree. Auras stack. Unique auras do not. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Phoenix tier. I mean, I kind of like the idea of having... Like... I like the idea of having, like, the revival items, but I've already got 5. The skill resetter might be nice, but I don't think it's something that I need at the moment. The food is nice, right? Because, like, the food is, like, if you eat certain things before battle, they're, like, temporary debuff, they're, like, temporary buffs or whatever. So I guess, like, berries and potatoes would be ideal. So let's just buy 5 of each. I mean, okay. Like, fair warning. Fair warning. Thank you for the bit sign and co. Eat potatoes. Alright, we'll grab a couple more potatoes. A fair warning, I'm probably not going to remember to do these before major battles to begin with. Well, where do we get the smoke bomb? Probably not here. Maybe at another NPC? But there's no smoke bombs that I see. Hey, rookie! Got your first monsters? Be careful, a lot of strong champion monsters were spotted recently. The cause of all this hubbub is unclear, but I'm determined to get to the bottom of it. Alright. Well, I mean, really, lady? Like, you're just standing there. You're not going out there and exploring. How can you really say that you care about getting to the bottom of it? You're a rookie monster keeper, right? I'm a blacksmith. I can upgrade weapons for you. I'll give you some materials to get started. Nice! Ooh. Gems. Use to upgrade some of your equipment. Alright. So, we've got stuff that people have. Okay. So this is like a pretty straightforward, like, crafting system. Right? It's nothing too complicated, if you will. I like the crit chance, but like that only increases crit chance by 1, you know? I guess something like the helmet. Oh, hold on. Gauntlet you actually get a lot of value out of. Oh, but the helmet seems like, yeah, you get the most value out of this helmet, right? And then I guess we can say, like maybe the bandana as well. You get some value out of that, and then I think that's it for me. Like, I'm not gonna upgrade anything else. Let's see. Oh, okay. Here we are here. Okay. So I'm just exploring like the keeper stronghold at the moment. Okay, so behind him. So behind him is like probably where the next area. Blacksmith, 80% of all my money goes to him via his assistant later in the game. I can only imagine, because like, based on how it looks, it feels like crafting is going to be a pretty important aspect of this game. You just recently became a monster. How many monsters do you already have? Oh, okay, can't answer that question. Smoke bombs, Doko. Where's the smoke bombs? I don't know, since we spoke about geography a bit. Can I have you singing terribly memeable... Oh, wow. Nations of the World by Yako Warner? Okay. I don't know if this is going to get me blasted by copyright, but no, let's watch that. Because if you guys aren't familiar with that, that's a really cool moment. Hold on. Just Bear with me for just a moment. Or maybe we can play it a little bit later. But I do want to at least get it up on my YouTube so that I can see, reference it later. But no, that's cool. That's a very cool idea. That's a very cool idea. Okay, so there was like Nations of the World. Animaniacs was the name of the cartoon. Nations of the World Animaniacs. And it's Yako. Yes. That's very cool. That's a very cool reference, Silent. I will definitely do something like that for the next stream. Hell yeah. You can probably listen to it a little bit later. Yeah, I'd be happy to do that for you. So I'll definitely get that done for next stream. Oh, that's an awesome redeem. Thank you for that. That's an awesome redeem. All right, so we'll still explore a little bit more of like the Keeper Sanctuary and actually try to find some smoke bombs, right? Try to find some smoke. This is the archive. Like to read about different monsters. Anything past here? Oh, there is still a lot. There is still a lot. All right. The extended version. Was there an extended... Sorry. I'm like reading this again. The extended version. Was there an extended version? Maybe there's like a new version. Because didn't they do like a... Didn't they do like a reboot? Right? Or something? Of Animaniacs? I'm not 100% sure. But regardless of the case, I'm definitely doing that for a redeem. Thank you very much. Expect more requests to come in the future. Hey, I'm all for it. I'm all for it, Sign & Co. That's an awesome redeem. That is an awesome redeem. Let's see. Ooh, treasure chest. We'll go there later. Exit leads to the blue caves. Other keepers reported they spotted some champion monsters down there. Okay, so going through there will probably get us to like the next level, I guess. Ooh, very nice. Cape. Also very nice. Take a look at that later. Let's see what's here on this side. And then this is back to where we were before. Yeah, here we go. Stylist. Okay. Oh, okay. This is just for the original, right? So we can just change our avatar with this. Okay, that's fine. You can rename. I don't want to change my name though. Worst comes to worst, the vendors in the keep update their inventories with progression. Okay. So even if, even if we can't find it now, maybe if we level up a little bit more, get a little bit more progress on the map, then, it might come through. Okay, cool. Halt. This leads to the eastern part of the sanctuary. The monsters in these parts are unruly, nothing like the blobs and rockies of Keeper's Trail. Come back when you've beaten 3 champion monsters and reached the... Okay. So I guess where I need to go is like through down here. Because this is like the blue caves, right? Other caves. So I guess... Because in order to get to the right side, they want us to do 3 champion monsters. Right? So I guess we've done 2, right? We've done like the first one with Old Buron. And then we did the other one, like the monk, which is like a mini boss. That's how I imagine. And we just find the rest here. Hello, fellow spectral keeper. Ahem, I'm Will Vales, keeper of the spectral wolf. So sad. Tortoise saw his parents and left the room immediately. Oh no. Wait, did I? I'll have to go see them later. I'm sorry, Rogue. I'm still used to playing Pokemon where your parents kick you out at a young age and you don't meet them for the rest of the game. So I'm still used to thinking with that kind of mindset. Sarniko says, yeah, they added a last verse to include some more countries after the USSR's dissolution. It's still inaccurate as it'll ever be, but another verse won't hurt. Okay, cool. That is actually a very cultured. I remember watching like some episodes of Animaniacs when I was, when I was a hatchling, and it's a very cool cartoon. It's like one of those like, I guess it's one of those like 90s cartoons that that really like stuck with the generation of kids who are now adults. But I really did enjoy it at the time. You must be Toru. Did you hear the rumors? They say that there's an unusual amount of champion monsters around. Mysterious, isn't it? Wouldn't it be awesome if we managed to hunt one down? That would grant us quite some respect in the keep. Perhaps I might be able to discern the cause of this rise in champion monsters. Might be an unnatural phenomenon. hatched my first monsters only recently though. I studied monsters and such for some years, but I still have some troubles, so I think we should support each other. 2 other spectral keepers have an advantage on us. Leonard is a bit older, so he already gathered some experience. Julia started as a monster keeper at a very young age, so she has more experience than us as well. They're both already keeper lancers, and we're just keeper aspirants. That means they're 3 ranks above us. Will, I like him. He's a terrible toad user, but he has wolf, so it's fine. Well, that's the main thing, you know, like, as long as he has the willpower to do his best, that's the main thing. But since there's so many more champions around than usual, we might catch up with them eventually. Here, this monster journal might help you. Don't worry, it's a spare one that I've got from my grandfather. You received the monster journal, you may view it in the menu. Grandfather created these journals. They have a lot of empty pages, but these pages will be filled as you find and collect new monsters. It's basically just a Pokedex. I mean, okay, so it's not like Pokemon invented the idea of like, you know, of like a diary to keep information about monsters. But, you know, it's I'm a Pokemon addict. I can't help but think everything, like, in comparison to Pokemon. Alright, here we go. Leonard, hey, what are you doing here? It's dangerous in the Blue Caves. Don't you have any grasp of what's going on? I, Leonard of the Narasimha bloodline, will take care of these champion monsters. It's not the right task for some rookies. Everything is a Pokedex? Maybe so, Sonic. We will see. Oh, Will's just run off on his own. Fool! And it looks like Leonard has run off after him. Something tells me that we should watch out for Will. Don't worry, Croaky. We will do that. There are many parallels to Pokemon in this game if you know how to view it. Oh, I definitely think. I mean, it's a monster battling game, so, you know, Pokemon's not the first, but it is the biggest. Anna Britannica? What a ripoff. They're clearly copying the Pokedex. How dare these people try and write an encyclopedia? What's that? What's that? You know? It's just another name for a Pokedex. Leonard, on the other hand, I hope that you'll surpass him in rank at some point. Wouldn't hurt his ego. Okay. Oh, nice cave system. Oh my god. Look at these monsters. What are they called? Tengu, okay? Tengu, of course. BRB? No worries, Rogue. No worries, Rogue. You know, hope to see you back. Hope to see you back. Okay, so these guys are fire monsters. So Rogue would be pretty... Oh, no, Rogue would be bad here. Weird how this actually pans out, right? So they're weak to water. So I think Alistar would be pretty strong here. Just Duzaku as normal. And Sinanko maybe? Because we're lower level here. So having like a more supportive cast might be better. Go with Sidekick, obvious. Gotta stack those extra buffs. I think Acid Rain would do a really good job. Because then we can hit afterwards with like Slash. Yeah. Acid Rain, we'll take that. Armor Break. Then we can use Slash. And if we're lucky with our crits, we can probably take him out. Okay, we weren't lucky with our crits, but it's still good. Whoa, that's a big sound. Wow, that did a lot of damage. What the heck? That did a lot of damage. Holy shit. Okay, that's the case. I'm gonna swap Duzaku out. That did so much damage. They're all weak to fire though. That's the issue. I guess I gotta bring in Croaky. Because Croaky is the only one that can actually do something in return. Okay, pretty good. And we should be able to take him out. Should be able. Nice. Yeah, I don't mind shield. Explosion, like, it didn't do that much, so that's also not a huge issue. Okay. The armor break is really important. Bubble burst is pretty good. I mean, I guess tackle would just demolish this thing, right? JP is your most tanky monster. I don't think he is. And the other thing is, like, he's weak to the fire monsters here. So I'd rather have, like, Pokemon that are tankier. So Roke and Croaky are my tankiest monsters. That did a lot of damage. That's good. But a lot of my other monsters don't necessarily do too well. So it's like, well, you know, we try our best. Try our best. That's good damage, and we should be able to KO with this. And that's more important because, like, yeah, Acid Rain, like, it does damage, but it's not huge. Right? Slime Shot, and then we can Poison. So we should be fine now, I think. Probably Tackle. And then... yeah. Because we stacked the crits. Sign & Co is actually... You're coming in clutch, Sign & Co, with those crits. Okay, we got a Smoke Bomb, which is nice. Unfortunately, no eggs, but I mean, I'm okay with that. I mean, look at that too. Look at that too. We got quite a few levels, which is, you know, what you want to see. What you want to see. So we'll go for skills. What else can we learn here? What else can we learn? Oh, Lifesteal. That sounds so powerful. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Darku skill point. I'm leveling up rather fast. You're doing quite well. You're doing quite well. Extra crit damage would be nice. Beating's pretty good. I mean, okay, what would be ideal for just... At this point, I would probably just say, like, extra... Probably even Featherstone? No. Because, like, that does, like, the same thing more. Probably the crit damage. And then we'll take a look at JP. And I think getting JP like the healing would be ideal, like the healing tree, because some of these attacks are pretty good, right? Because I can potentially get JP to work as a support, and then I can, you know, like, do a little bit of roll compression. Right. 10% toxins, like that, not either. That's definitely not. Pulver Burst is pretty strong. We'll just learn toxins. All right, cool. Let's continue exploring, guys. Let's continue exploring. Okay. We don't have the key required. I'm pretty sure there's like a champion behind there. I wouldn't be surprised if there was like a champion behind there, and then that's like the whole idea. Just give me a moment. Just a little moment. I'm like setting up something on the side. All right. Let's make our way down and let's see what we can find down here. Ooh, nice. So, okay. For a moment, I thought like we would actually like, you know, standing on this platform, we would drift down, but I guess not. Let's go. There's probably spikes down at the bottom, isn't there? There's spikes down at the bottom. So if I fall here, I'm just gonna die. Okay, let's go. No dying. Not today, at least. Okay, and then... Croaky. Okay. Maybe, what is it? Sign & Co? Okay, no. Unfortunately not. I was hoping that there was like something behind there, but it doesn't look like there is. No, okay. But then like I still have to like run down here anyway. Oh, I'm so nervous. Okay, that's not too bad. Blue cave key, cool. Oh, there was nothing down here worth worrying about in the first place. What the heck? There was nothing down there worth worrying about in the first place. It was just the key, so we can just go ahead and use the key here, right? All right, more dudes. Let's smack them. All right, these Grummies and these Tengus. Fortunately, the Tengu is like a fire one, and that's kind of annoying. But the Grummies are water grass and they're weak against fire. So you'd want Jazaku, you want Sign & Co, and I guess maybe we'll go with Rogue today. Yeah, we'll go with Rogue. Well, we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. Sidekick, obviously. Channel? I mean, Channel's not bad. I guess Ice Hail would be pretty strong too. Ah, nice. If we can get good crits on this, we could get close to taking him out. Unfortunately, no good crits. Oh, that explosion hurts, but it's not too bad. Power. This is power. Fire claws. Oh, we'll hit one of the Grummies, actually. Yeah, that's good damage. That's good damage. And then beating. Ice Hail. So they are healing each other, which is kind of really annoying. He gets an AoE move? What the heck? No, that's bullshit. Why do you get an AoE move? That's hacks. That's hacks. I don't support that whatsoever. Alright, I guess... No, what I need to do is like focus fire on one of these guys. Right? I need to focus fire. Because if they keep healing, then I'm not going to be able to really do that much. There we go. And then now we should just be able to take it out. Tackle. Cool. So at least we're able to get one. Oh, nah, poison's okay. Poison's okay. It's sort of unfortunate though, like I want to heal up, but like I also don't want to prolong. I also don't want to prolong this battle, right? Hacksaw meets hacks, yes. Yes, it's like it's the Spider-Man meme. It's the Spider-Man meme, Sun and Co. Where like, two hacksaws are just pointing at each other. You! Okay, nice. We're able to get rid of him. Then, we use Tackle. Like, Tackle does good damage. Oh, no! We lost Jizaku. Oh, man. I mean, he comes back after the battle, right? So, it's fine. But it's unfortunate that we, you know, that we were one turn away. But we were one turn away. Yeah, he still gets X. Oh, I don't think he gets X. But he's still there. He's still there. That's fine. Oh, I'm so nervous. Wait, hold on. Move platform. Ah, okay. Ah. Wait. Okay, there's something up there. There's like something. There's like some sort of interplay with like the ones here, right? There. It's like I don't get what they're looking for otherwise. I guess there's like some sort of puzzle involved in this. Imagine Nuzlocke rules. Oh no, Sun and Co. That would be so painful. Full on Nuzlocke would be really painful. Let's try. I'm just curious as to like what this actually does, because like we can't really see what this does, right? And then this is like, because this just goes back to the Keeper Sanctuary. Yeah. So I wonder what I'm missing here. Like I feel like there's yeah, it goes down to check, yeah. But like I feel like I've already explored everything down here, right? There's like platforms here, but like, you know, wait, oh, was that what they wanted to do? Hold on. So I guess the idea was that you need to go up. Okay. Let's try. Nuzlocke rules for this game. Just know partial Nuzlocke can work there. Yeah, I definitely think Nuzlocke, like full on Nuzlocke, might be painful. It would be very, very painful. Partial Nuzlocke could work though. I wonder what kind. What's a partial Nuzlocke actually? Now that's a bit too high. Unfortunately I can't make. Okay, we'll move that one down. Okay. So this is gonna be This is going to be a little bit difficult because my turtle brain is not so good. Actually, wait. Why do I need to, like, move it down? I can just move this upright because you start up at a pretty elevated spot, right? Your Pokemon die, but you remember them by making tombstones for each other. Try the first monster egg of each area only team. Ah, okay, okay. That's, yeah, that's partial Nuzlocke. Wait. I already... Ah! Womp womp. But I think that's correct. Wait. I think that's, like, correct. Yeah, okay, cool. There we go. Got him. Got them. Up. Up. Okay, there we go. Nice. Platforming, mister. Yes, we are platforming. I'm honestly not, you know, I don't have a lot of experience with these sorts of games, so I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm any good at this. So, you know, please be patient because I'm just learning this, you know, just along with everybody else, right? Hey, let's start with, Roke is probably not good here. Not good here because he's weak to all of those Tengu, unfortunately. I want to say Sonic and probably Jizaku. Like, that's probably, like, the most balanced. Probably the most balanced. Nice. A dodging nerd? Wait, dodging? What was I dodging, JP? But how are you? Welcome back. Welcome back. And welcome back to Rogue. Difficult but workable. Ah, okay. So that's what you mean, like the partial Nuzlocke. So instead of, like, the, you know, the quote-unquote killing of the monsters once you come in, or once they go down, it's like you only catch the first monster in each area. Fair enough. Your Pokemon die, but you remember them by making tombstones for each other. That's so sad. That's so sad. I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about that, Psycho. Oh, so close. Oh, get out of here. Are they going to spam, like, AoEs? What is this bullshit? Give me some goddamn AoEs, guys. What the heck? All right, fine. Let's heal. What the heck is that bullshit? At least we can get rid of one of them. Our power's probably more important here. Oh my god, that was so close. That was so close to dying. But we're okay, we're okay. Right, we're okay. Probably Slash is better. Then we can chain on that. I guess with I mean, it's the same at this point, right? Oh, close. Okay. I still think heal is important here. Then we can get rid of this guy. And then we can just do damage here. Okay, cool. Oh my god. And then at this point, we should just be able to KO. Very nice. Especially with those crits. Good win. Good win. That was a little rough. They do a lot of damage, but, you know, it's fine. And we got the smoke bomb, which is nice. Roke got a level up, which is nice as well. So very cool. Chest here. I'm so flammable. Yes, unfortunately, Roke. Unfortunately. Ah! Can't do it. I think there's a Nuzlocke challenge format. Whenever you lose a Pokemon, you have to perform an in real life challenge to get them back. Oh, really? I've not seen that. I have not seen that at all, Sign & Co. That's pretty interesting. That's pretty cool, actually. That's pretty cool. I do know that, like, I wonder how that would work for VTubers, right? Because it's like, you know, like the in real life challenge stuff. That would work if you have, like, a face cam, I guess. How the fuck am I gonna get that? Wait, no. There's like a thing for this, right? Yeah. Ooh, a mushroom. Let's try this. Let's see what this is. So we have a Grummy and a couple of fun guys. Alright, so they're all weak against fire, which means that Sign & Co is pretty powerful here. Jizaku's also like the extra buffs is just so good because you can chain together so many abilities. Resist grass and water. I mean, Sign & Co would be pretty solid here. JP would actually be good here, and we haven't used JP in a little while since he's in the chat, you know, telling me, trying to backseat me, telling me to place the stone, even though I already came up with the solution. I'm joking. I'm joking. I guess. Oh, we also can, yeah. I mean, we'll go for that. Bang, and then we've got Fire Claws. This should do a lot. Yeah, that does a lot. Oh no, Slime oh my god, that does a lot. This Poison Bomb. Yeah, Fudgy streamed and did an in real life challenge collab yesterday, but it was pretty underwhelming because all of the participants being VTubers. Oh no. Oh no, that's that's a little unfortunate, Sign & Co. I think that when it comes to like when it comes to content like that, right? Where you have challenges, I think that if you're a VTuber, like you need to try and leverage I don't really need that yet. Like if you can, you need to like leverage like the live 2D and like the redeems and that. But if you're doing stuff like, you know, okay, good. Jizaku doesn't die. That was really worrisome. Sorry, Sign & Co doesn't die. That was pretty worrisome. Air Sickle, we should be able to take him out. And then we should be able to restore. Yeah, that's good. Nice. All right, and then we should just be able to take him out from here with all of these attacks. Punch combo. Bam! Got him. Victory. Good victory this time. Probably 3 stars only, but yeah, 3 stars. Any eggs? Any eggs in chat? No. Okay, no eggs, unfortunately. Very nice. But this is a good team. I'm pretty happy with the 6 so far. I guess the best challenges of VTubers are the vocal ones, like forcing them to sing a song or recite a song paragraph in foreign language. Yeah. So that's what I was saying. Like, I think that for VTubers specifically, you want something that can leverage either your voice or your model, right? And so, like, voice challenges would be really nice. You know, things to do with, like, your redeems, or, like, if you can do something with the model, so, like, cycling through different expressions and that kind of thing, that would probably be ideal. Because the thing is with like the in real life stuff. So let's say, for example, and you know, this can still be made into good content, but like, let's say you want to do like a certain amount of push-ups or a certain amount of squats if you lose a Pokemon and that kind of thing. The issue is that, like, you know, like the audience doesn't really see any of that, you know? The audience doesn't really see any of that. So you could run into the problem where it's like, you know, it's yeah, you run into the problem where, like, you just have a sort of lack of feedback, like the lack of noticeable feedback, and that can kind of make it pretty underwhelming from the audience side. But you know, it's fine regardless. I think it's fine. The main thing is that, like, if you are thinking of ways to try and like include the chat. Oh, that did a lot of damage. That's pretty good. Oh my god, everybody's like fucking poisoned. What's going on here? Okay. Is it delays over 15 minutes are troublesome? Yes. Yeah. It's like I wouldn't say like delays of that long, right? But like I have in the past, not as Toru, but I have in the past done a little bit of streaming for like tournaments and that. So like I've played in a few Pokemon tournaments, like the VGC stuff, competitive stuff, and you know, I've been able to, thankfully, you know, I've been able to stream a little bit of that. And it's like, the thing is though, if you're competing in a live tournament and you're streaming it at the same time, you actually want to have a huge delay, right? Because there's the issue of getting stream sniped. And what could... Oh god, Fire Claws does so much. Sign & Co, you are so strong. What the heck? That did so much damage. Oh my god, there we go. Another level up. Another level up for the crit cat. That did so much damage. And we're probably gonna level it up even more soon. What? Heroism? This cat is OP. What the fuck? What the heck? You can stack an extra 2% every time you KO a monster. Oh my god. And then you get the regeneration buff. Oh wow. No, this cat's ridiculous. This cat is ridiculous. What the heck? It's so strong. It gets so many powerful passives as well. Silent Co is crit meta kitty. If they don't hit hard, you've built them wrong. Yeah. Yeah, I'm noticing. I'm noticing. That did so much damage. Alright, there we go. And he opens the walls too. Cat does everything. Cat does everything. Alright. There we go. Obtained a vital ring. Okay. Is there anything else we can do here? Is there like any other walls? Okay. Doesn't look like it. That's fine. So that's like a nice little hidden area. We'll head back to the main spot. And we'll, continue our exploration. Right? Because there's like another side here. Right? Yeah, another chest. You'd definitely like to see that. Red gem for crafting. Very nice. A cestus. Oh, right. I should probably like upgrade some equipment. So who's... Yeah. Oh my god. I didn't realize that I hadn't even upgraded from the wooden stick. Okay. Okay. Son & Co. Son & Co, you're about to like start demolishing things. Jizaku's pretty powerful as well. I guess physical attack and then physical Katar's pretty strong. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Here we go. Who's combat? I think that they're both pretty good. Silent Co, Jizaku definitely are early standouts so far. Weak to fire, weak to water. I mean, I guess we go with Alistar then. Good support on top of everything else. We'll go sidekick. And we can go with... I don't know, regeneration seems pretty solid, but like... Fire Claws just does a lot of damage. Look at that. Then we can go, I guess, Acid Rain? Yeah, because it applies armor break. So it's useful just to have the status. And then I can always apply like regeneration next turn. Oh my god, they're like focus firing Jizaku. Wah! Oh no, Jizaku's dead. Oh no. Ah. Welcome, Gramps. Welcome. How are you today? How are you? How are you doing, Gramps? Oh, they focus fired him. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. They usually like split their damage. Oh, rip. How could this happen to me? Welcome, Jizaku. You came just at the right time. Just at the right time. Oh, so unfortunate. So unfortunate. I mean, I could revive him at this point. Could revive him at this point. Actually, I might revive him. Because I've got enough. I've got enough to... Right, full heal. And then we can... I think power is still useful. A good thing this isn't permadeath. Yes, exactly, Rogue. Good thing that this is not like a Nuzlocke or anything along those lines. Gramps Slime says, I'm doing good. I just got my booster shot. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Hopefully, let's see. Yeah, let's get these heals up. And then let's also start KOing some of these guys. I mean, no. Regeneration makes sense. And then we can use Air Sickle to get rid of this one. There we go. Alright. Okay, good. Because, yeah, even if they focus fire, having the regeneration really helps. And then now, we can start, like, demolishing that thing. Maybe we should have focused. We hit Air Sickle, and then we can use Alistar to heal him up a bit more. So that's alright. Oh my god, yeah, he's got that stupid, like, AoE attack. I hate it. I hate it. Don't forget combo damage multiplier. Yes, Jizaku, most definitely. Something that I need to take into account. Probably that. And unfortunately, I don't think I can take him out this turn, which is really, really unfortunate. Because it means I'm going to get, like, hit. Right? So, like, I lose my combo. So unfortunate. It's almost why every skill in this game is multi-hit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's only like 2, so like I'm trying to look for like a thing, something that can hit more times. 5, I guess. So that's probably the best option. There we go. Combo resets at the start of every turn. Yes, because you get hit. Ooh, we got the fungi egg. Nice. I'll take that. I'll take that, especially since we got so many level ups. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Inventory. I mean, I've got like Vara eggs and Yowie eggs, but I don't really want to bother with that. But I do want to get the fungi, right? Because it's fun. It's fun. And it's unfortunate that we got A-Listar already because I wanted to name him Slime, right? Because there's like no point. But you know what? maybe. Because I don't think A-Listar's here today. So maybe we... Can you rename your... You can, right? You can rename your existing mons. Because I want to call this one A-Listar. We'll be a bit cheeky. And then we'll go back. And then we'll name the slime Gramps. Yes, okay. Jizaku says yes. So there we go. So we'll name this a fungi A-Listar. And then we can go back. And then we can take A-Listar. And... Where? How do we get to change his name? If that, because I want to rename this one like Slime or Gramps, and I think that makes the most sense. Name Raider is in the forest map. Oh, it's not even. Oh, I was thinking like you could do it naturally. Okay, guys. Remind me later. I need to rename the slime A-Listar to Gramps because it's, it fits just too well. It just fits too well. All right, so let's go and level up some skills while we're at. I think Restore's not too bad. I mean, healing actions. Removes 2 debuffs. That's pretty useful, to be honest. JP actually makes a pretty decent support one. Name Raider exists. All right, rename me later, please. All right, Rogue. I think you don't want to be the Yowie, right? You want to be another monster? Yeah, we'll do that. Just be sure to remind me, guys. Just be sure to remind me. Okay, what else can we do? I think sorcery is pretty good buff. Like all of these are just like passive. Level 2 heal would be pretty useful since I'm using him as a support monster. Brokey, quite powerful. I do think Mud Cannon is pretty good to have. And then we go back to Jizaku. I think, yeah, Jizaku probably needs like a little bit more damage. So Air Sickle level 2 is pretty good. Also equipment. Let's add some extra stuff to Jizaku because Jizaku unfortunately got like bonked a bit earlier, but let's see if there's anything that increases his like attack. Like his crit chance is pretty high, but like I guess Impact Ring isn't bad. Oh, Cape is wonderful. Cape is wonderful. The Name Raider is in the forest map. So I guess we can go back to the, to the forest map after. Ooh, here we go. Leonard, stand back and watch how a real keeper manages a wild monster. Is this guy serious? He's just a slime. Is Hotel Mario once said, remind me to check? Yes. Do remind me later, guys. Do remind me later. I will go and rename quite a few. Quite a few monsters. Another glorious victory. Aha! Okay, that was it. That was it. Wow. I see how it is. She burned that slime. Yes. Yes. Unfortunately for that slime, it got a little too heated for you. Oh, and this is like fast travel, right? Oh, no, I didn't necessarily want to go there. That's fine. I was totally fine misunderstanding that I was Croaky, then I became Mr. Flammable Tank. I no. Yeah, I will rename you actually, and I think it makes sense because I believe that you were the one, Rogue, that actually gave me the idea of playing Monster Sanctuary in the first place. So makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. All right, so. Oh, there's a monk here. There's a monk here. Level 7. Choose monsters. I mean, like having fire and grass is really good here. Thing is, like, Jizaku has like an elemental weakness, but I really like the buffs he provides for the group. And then I guess we can just have like
Alistar, because he works as a pretty strong... Let's go sidekick. And probably like Slime Shot onto the Monk, because I think the Monk's like the most powerful. So if we can chip away at him, like that would be ideal. I kind of want regeneration, but like, hold on. Like, look how much damage. Like, if we get lucky on these crits, we can actually just KO the Monk straight off. Oh! We got him thanks to the poison. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Very nice. So, let's see what we can I think just stacking damage. Acid Rain, Armor Break, definitely. And Fire Claws will be really good against that. Yep, nice. Sort of unfortunate that like you lose, you know, like all of the thing, but we can do that again. We can do that again. Alright, and Acid Rain for the Armor Break, and then Fire Claws just to take it out. There we go. Very nice. Good victory there. Good victory there. Oh, no eggs. I was hoping for like a monk egg, I guess, but no monk egg. But I don't mind. That was pretty good. Pretty solid performance by the boys, if I do say so myself. Okay, so Roke's leveled up. What was this one again? Glory. Channel to the whole party and glory to a random monster. 20% less mana. Increase critical... Oh, that's huge. Glory is a pretty powerful buff. Because, like, we've got, like, crit monsters in Jizaku and Sign and Co. So, you know, there's a lot of synergy there. I can already see... like, the absurd ways that you can sort of stack buffs and just get ridiculous and disgusting amounts of damage, because like you have so many ways to like proc extra hits and everything. So like I can already see how that, you know, it would get out of control. To be fair, he one-shot that slime when Toro had to use a revive on a trash mob. Oh no, Jizaku, why are you bullying me? Why are you bullying me? I tried my best. You know, Jizaku, you go ahead and, you know, say I had to use a revive on a trash mob, but you know what? You were the one that I had to use the revive on. So maybe if you were tankier and you could actually live a hit instead of dying really quickly, then maybe I wouldn't have needed to use that revive. So maybe think about that before you run your mouth, okay? Okay. Don't worry, Jizaku. So sorry, Toru-sama. Don't you forget it. No, it's all good. It's all good. Okay, so can't go through here, can we? Wait, oh, hold on. Okay, that's fine. There's probably like another way to get there later, right? It feels like this should be like a entrance. Oh. Okay. There's something there. Like the way that it hits, there has to be something there. I guess, oh, okay, monk time. Let's go. Choose monsters. Like you want JP. Yeah, I think JP something. Like this trio is actually pretty powerful. This trio, oh, Alistar might have been actually better, but like this trio is still pretty powerful. Try Spore is pretty good. Yeah, Spore is pretty good. Just so that you can get the weakness, right? Okay, so with the combat system, the idea is that, you know, it resets every turn, right? So ultimately, the idea is supposed to be to chain them down as low as possible and then to take out as many monsters out in one hit. And yes, it took me this long. It took me this long to actually figure that out. So you don't need to mention that, guys. You don't need to mention it. But I guess that's like the intent. I love how Toru sees a one-way door with a switch. Keeps thinking he can break it down. Hey. You know, you have to try. You have to try, Roke. You have to try. Yes, please be patient. Please be patient. Okay. Please be patient. School taught us nothing. I guess weakness on him is probably ideal. You still want to use restore. Like Silent Co's a little bit low on health. And then you just use beating to get it at a pretty low level. And we can use Fire Claws on this monk. Oh, they heal each other too? Oh no! They're chain healing each other! Oh, fuck my life. Fuck my life. Alright, so... Okay. Let's see. This actually KOs though. I don't mind that, as long as like I can prevent them from like healing each other up. Oh, that's perfect. No, it's not. Ah. Oh no, this is probably fine actually. This is probably fine. Toru isn't crossing the finish line anytime soon if the parables are to be believed. You know what, Jizaku? Maybe that's true. Maybe that's true. But you know what? You know what? Slow and steady wins the race. I'll get there eventually, and that's what matters. I know they're all gonna heal themselves, but... I know they're all gonna heal themselves, but I mean... I don't need regen, I don't think. Right. Can we skip turns? No. The heals, the fact that they heal themselves to like such an insane extent, sort of like gives me physical pain. But I think we can take it. We should be able to take him out. I guess. Oh, I can't tell if you're doing this on purpose. Maybe I am, Jizaku. Maybe I am, just to spite you. No, I really am this slow. I really am this slow. Please be patient. Please be patient. Oh! Well, we got crits. Never mind. That's fine. Just focus fire. What are you doing? I'm doing my best, Jizaku. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing my best. Yeah. Okay, cool. And now we should be able to get... I guess Fire Claws is fine. Like other ones. Okay. In the end, I didn't really make too much of an advantage of it, but it's alright. Unfortunately, no eggs. No eggs. I was hoping for eggs, to be honest. I was hoping for eggs. You really live by that proverb. I mean, it's only natural, Sign and Co. It's only natural. Obtain Blue Cave Key. Very nice. Is there anything here that we can take out, though? Oh? Alright, that's fine. Stalling. Eggs are rare. Drops of higher stars mean higher chance of an egg. Exactly. I was trying to, like, combo it together, but I guess it didn't work out the way that I wanted. But needed that momentum. If you want eggs, you gotta fight well and kill fast for a better rating and high drop chance. Yes. So I do know that, Jake. But I never paid attention to enemy turns. But how did I... Yeah, okay. Huh. It's... How do I get through there, though? It's like a one-sided switch. Like, yeah, no, I've already been here. Feels like there's like something here that I'm missing. Is there like something here that I'm missing? It's like you can hear like the... Yeah. You can hear it hit something. But I don't know like what exactly is like supposed to be going on there. Yeah, no, that doesn't do anything. It's normal anytime that field ability hits anything, it's not indicative of anything. Oh! This entire time I thought that because it makes like the hitting animation that, you know, that it's actually significant. If it's not, that's a bit of a shame. Yeah, okay. So that's another dead end. Makes me consider like, what am I missing here? There was probably like a spot earlier, right? Where you had like a blue key spot, and then now that I have the blue key, I can go ahead and do that, right? So I'm pretty sure that's what that's meant to be. Oops. What? Wait. Eh? Okay. Okay, I guess not. I guess not. Where else I can... It's just another map that links back here. Happens a lot in Metroidvanias. Ah, okay. That makes sense, even though that is a little annoying. There we go. Little chest, which is nice. Ooh, a shell. Very cool, very cool. I'm not going that. Okay. Let's use all of our brain power for this, guys. Do you equip your mons with gear already? Yes, I have been doing that, JP. I have been doing that. Alright. Is there anything else here? So, like, probably wants me to go back up through here, right? I'm pretty sure there's like a spot up here where you can open the door with like a key, right? Wow. Ooh, enemies. Oh! No, I've already done that. No, so... that's where we started from, though. That's where we started from. What? Already gotten that. Ah, okay, whatever. Let's just let's just take these guys out. Tengu levels. Oh, they're level 6 though, so it's like it's not a huge deal. They're all fire based, so I don't care. And like, an Ayla star would be good. Yeah, definitely. I think this is like a powerful. Ready? I mean, these guys are only level 6, so it's whatever, right? But acid rain for the armor break. Yeah, I'll just focus fire these guys down. I don't really have the patience to want to, like, you know, engage them normally. It's like these grummies do like a heap of damage, right? Like, I don't really have the time to like mess around with them, if you get what I mean. Right, go. Acid rain. Get the big debuff going on, and we can get slash. If we get enough crits, we should just be able to KO. Yep, very nice. And we can just do the same with this. We can actually get a decent amount of thing going on here. So bam. Very nice. Very nice. 4 stars. Eggs! Tengu egg! Nice, nice. Good. That's actually what we're looking for now. We're actually looking for a Tengu egg. Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's like what we're looking for necessarily, but I kind of wanted one, you know? I wanted one. So I think that's pretty good. All right, so what should we name? What should we name this Tengu? Who should we call this Tengu after? All right, okay. So, I don't know. Let's scroll up in the chat. I don't think there's been too many people here, but I think we can... Who do we call him? Who do we call him? I guess I have to look through, like, people who are following me in that, or, like, people who are, like, lurking in chat. So, apologies in advance if you've been lurking in chat, and I'm gonna expose you right here and right now. Apologies in advance, guys. But, I think we can, oh! There we go. There we go. All right. Hello, Mr. Setsu. Sorry for the big expose. I hope you're doing well today. I hope you're doing well. Expose. I know. I shouldn't. It's not a good practice to expose lurkers because, you know, like, people have, like, people have streams open in other tabs, or, you know, they're doing something and they're not necessarily interested in chatting. So, you know, like, I really shouldn't be exposing people like that. I really shouldn't be exposing people like this, but I want to name monsters after people in my chat, you know? I want to name monsters after people in my chat, you know? I want you guys to, like, you know, be part of it. Ooh, that's pretty good. So, sorry about the big expose, Tetsu. How are you doing today? How are you doing today? Can you actually increase, like, these stats, or... Like, can you increase these stats, or no? That's just passive. Explosion is pretty powerful. I guess health would be good. And, I mean, like, poison bomb level 2 or... Wait, which was the... Okay, I was gonna say which was the one that attacks everything. But I guess that's this. And that's magical damage, so you want to get magic up. Nice. Nice. I guess we can get poison too. No skill points. I'm procrastinating my shower and cooking of dinner. No worries. That's not too bad though, Tetsu. That's not too... Ah, we didn't make it. Unfortunate. Then where do I go now then? Where do I go now? Am I just like really... Well, okay. I am really slow. Like, there's no sort of doubting of that. Like, where do I go from here? Yeah, because I've already gotten that. Ah, interesting. Alright. Because I want to watch your stream. Thank you, Setsu. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. You know, that you're starving yourself so that you can watch my content. I appreciate that you think my content is that good. You blind, that's all. Maybe, Rogue, maybe. I'm pretty sure there's like something extremely simple that I've missed and that I'm just going around in circles and that kind of thing. But yeah, because I can't get up to that one. Right? So, wait. Did I just miss there's like a path here? There was a path there. Okay, you're right, Rogue. You're right. Okay. There we go. So that was the direction we needed to go into. Ooh, what's that thing? Let's attack it. Let's attack it. It's a Frosty. A Frosty. But it's not a snowman. It's not a snowman. All right. So Frosty's weak. The monks are strong against Jizaku, but still ideal. Jizaku Sanenko, like, this too as a duo is really strong. And I think maybe Alistar? Maybe Alistar would be... Maybe JP. I think JP would be the ideal thing. Right kick. And then we can go with Spore. Oh, okay. Frosty, the first monster that you have synergy with. Ah, okay. Maybe we'll go with regeneration. We'll go defensively. That did a lot. Oh no, JP. Nah, it's fine. Oh, that does that does a heap. But let's try and sink it first. We can apply like weakness or it's probably not ideal actually. Air sickle for this is fine. So I really wanted to break down its shield because if we take a look, if I get good crits, like I can actually take out Frosty without too much trouble. If I get good crits here. Of course I say that and I get 0 crits, but it should still be fine because I don't think the monks would be able to KO me. So there we go. Okay, so they're focus firing on JP right now, but that's still okay. Right, that's still okay. We can do power buff now. Frosty looks so cute. Frosty does look really cute. I have to agree. I 100% agree. Wow, they hate JP. I know, but he should be able to heal himself and get himself, you know, strong enough to last the next couple of turns. All right. And then now we can focus fire one of these guys, and we should be fine. Ooh, good damage. Good damage. Really good damage. Nice. Oh my god, this crit kitty is something else. Okay, now we're good now. So we should just be able to go beating. And probably like Spore. I'll leave Slash does more damage. Yeah, and then we finish it off with Slash. Very nice. Good victory. 2 stars only. Interesting. Oh, it's because it lasted quite a while, I guess. That's fine. Ooh, level up for Sign and Co. Very cool. Very cool. Oop. Skills. Oh my god. Even more crit chance? Yeah, okay. Maybe we do that. Heroism. This heroism buff looks kind of busted though. I don't know. Air Sickle's nice. Crit Chance is especially nice. Let's see. Slash. What? Really? Ah, okay. Then we have Regeneration buff. That's not that necessary. I'm gonna go with Heroism for now. Like, we can redo the skills later if we need to, right? So that's okay. Okay, so now we're actually making progress. Wait, do I die if I go here? Oh, okay. Ah! Up. Oh, unfortunate. Okay, so I can't reach up there. Heroism is busted. Late game, one of my favorite monster uses. I can definitely see any kind of passive skill that stacks damage buffs like that get really disgusting. Yeah, I definitely see it. I definitely see it, Rogue. It lasted for ages. Crit Kitty, best kitty. Yes, yes. Crit Kitty is great. Alright, so we got a couple of Frosties. Sonic. Okay. Tengu, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would consider using Rogue. But I think JP is like another good pick. With this particular one. We go side usual. We go with regen. I like regen. Just because this battle's gonna last a little bit, so. A leaf slash to take down the shield of one of these guys is pretty good. But I mean, spore is nice. I'll just go leaf slash. Ooh. Ooh. Flame strike. I hate flame strike. Flame strike hate. It's such bullshit. How does he get away with such a ridiculous skill? Oh, good crits. Good crits. I think restore's probably ideal. Because it gets rid of the debuff too, which is nice. And then I guess we can air sickle this one. There we go. Nice. Have we met your favorite monster yet? I believe you might be asking Rogue. Like, have we met Rogue's favorite monster? That's a good question. That's a good question, Sonic. I would agree. Like, Rogue, have we actually met your favorite monster yet? Out of curiosity. That does a heap of damage. I guess we can do something like this. Good crits. An air sickle. There we go. Very nice. And from here... Okay, one crit. Like, that's not ideal. That's something. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Rip combos. No, maybe we can work this, right? Maybe we can work. Right? Use, like, the weakest possible thing. Ah, never mind. Okay, but we use, like, attacks that, like, chain more together, right? Or at least you get a little bit more out of the combo. 3 stars, that's okay. Frosty egg! Yay! Let's go! I like Frosty. Frosty's cute. And we got a heap of level ups, too. Heap of level ups. So, who do we call Frosty, though? Who do we call Frosty? Okay. Let's see. Let's see if we can expose any other lurkers in the chat. Oh no, that's bad. No, but I like Frosty. The thing is, like, who has, like... No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to, Sonic. I don't know if there's anybody else in lurking in chat, to be quite honest. But no, I think let's see. Like, who comes by fairly regularly? Oh, we haven't named Kenjo yet, have we? We haven't named Kenjo yet. I don't know if, like, this really fits with Kenjo necessarily, but I think we can call it. At least for the time being, right? And then if we run into, you know, issues where it doesn't really match, you know, if there's like a better monster for him, then, you know, we can go ahead and check that out, right? With the, you know, with the Monster Raider or whatever it's called. The Name Raider. All right, let's see. Well, this is a very defensive monster, actually. Your Valiant moderator, Streamlabs, yeah. Streamlabs and Stream Elements, you know. Those two are always here for me every stream. Let's see. Ooh, spectral flame, cooling, flash freeze, trigger an additional 100%. Oh, that's sick. All right. When applying chill, but when do I? Ah, okay. So it's like 10% essentially. So 10%. What's this? Or a chill, 2 additional times. Oh my god. So you can just proc it endlessly. Additional stacks are only half as strong, but it doesn't matter because you can get this, right? Applies chill. Oh my god, that's nuts. All right. So, flash freeze, cooling, multi-chill, multi-chill. There we go. I can see the synergy already. That's insane. Buff. Oh wow, these are some. What? This Kenjo is busted. I'm gonna start using him. Kenjo's busted. What the heck? Barrier. I like shield is. When shielding yourself, also apply shield to allies. Get fucked. Because this is like a all shield, right? So does this sync with this? So you get shield, and then everybody gets a shield, and then everybody gets an additional 20% shield. Is that what that means? What the fuck? That sounds so busted. And then you have another one here at the start of combat. Apply a shield. Oh my god. What? That's nuts. That is broken. So like you apply a shield to your... Wait, can the shield stack, or is it like just a set amount, right? Because if that's the case, you give yourself a shield and then it procs this, right? So everybody gets shield stacks, and then you get this and then it stacks again. Oh my god. Okay. When Rogue earlier was saying that this monster is very synergistic, oh my god. I can definitely see that now. Even on like the level 1 sort of trees, there's like so many more levels here, right? And I imagine they just get more and more powerful. Yeah, I fucking love stack, bros. Doki waku. Unfortunately, I'm not high enough level to provide congeal yet. Unfortunate, but like, oh my goodness. Is that like the level 40 skills? Like one of these ones here? Okay, I'm just gonna stack all... Yeah. We're gonna... Yeah, well, we're just gonna... We enjoy stack, right, bros? So we're just gonna learn all of these ones. I don't even need level 2, to be honest. I don't even need level 2. So I can, like, save a point here for, like, something else, right? Oh my god! What the fuck? This is so strong! And... Oh my goodness. And there's another shield. And then there's... What? Okay. Kenjo is like a must bring now for like defensive synergy. This is so strong. Okay, so who... I'm sorry, Rook. I think we're gonna have to take you out of this group. You can live vicariously through Croaky, because we're gonna rename Croaky to Rook anyway, right? But no, that's ridiculous. That is some insane synergy. Not gonna lie. What can we do here? 20 mana regeneration. Like, Spore's pretty good. Like, Spore in general is pretty good. Yes, bench me. Yes, take me out. I accept my fate. My goodness, all of these passive skills, they do build up. I'm not gonna lie, they do build up. This monster, like, I don't need that one. Bubble Burst is fine. Jizaku. I think we should, just give him high level B. I don't get Congeal until level 20, I think. Okay. Oh, before I forget, I need to give Pinterest some equipment, right? Because he's only got a wooden stick so far. I think Orb is pretty good. I don't know. There's like a few things, right? I don't know. I don't know. I've got just some sort of brain rot. I look at the word orb, and then I think of like these weird, sort of like weird memes. And I've just got some sort of brain rot, guys. Please understand. Oh, he's pretty tanky now. I think... I mean, crit chance is pretty good, but like the utility The utility in Frosty and Kenjo is like the ridiculous amount of defensive synergy that his skills give with shield, right? And then you can also just like chain debuffs. So I think that's really Ribbon's quite health and mana regeneration, sustain ring. I think we'll do that. And instead of like instead of this one, we'll go with, what was it like? Instead of vital ring, we could go with like a ribbon. But no, I'm fine with the weapons. All right, so this is the party I'm gonna use now. Sorry for like taking a little while, guys. All right. Oh, double jump boots. Let's go. All right. So do I automatically have? Yes, there we go. So it applies automatically, and obviously, like we've gone through. I was gonna say, like, we've gone through a few places before where we clearly, you know, we're just missing just a little bit of spring in our step to be able to get to the top, right? Like this, for example, right? We weren't able to get that before, but now we have the capacity to double jump. Now that gives us the ability to go to places where, you know, we were not able to go before. Yeah, like I think there was like one here, like this one I wasn't able to get up to. Now we should be able to do it. Nice, there we go. There we go, guys. Oh my god, I was gonna say like, oh, I'm so I was gonna say like, oh my god, I'm so good at Metroidvanias. I'm so good at video games, but no, right? I spent like 15 minutes wandering around, wondering what I needed to do, right? So it's like, no, I'm not good at video games. I'm not good at Metroidvanias, but you know what, guys? I'm trying my best. I think that's the main thing here. Oh, Alchemist, huh? Who are you then? Might be dangerous to continue in this direction, especially for such a young one. Yeah, that was a strange one. I think I've seen his mask before, but my memory gets a little froggy when I try to remember something from another century. Might be worth investigating. All right. So Roki has some suspicions. Oh, okay. This is Will double jump. Now you can sequence break if you really wanted to. Yes. If I really wanted to, we can do a little bit of sequence breaking, but I don't think I'm going to do that at the moment. That's a champion monster. I don't think I'm ready for this. I have an idea. I'll stay at a distance to study its behavior. Oh, how strong is this thing? I want to... Wait, hold on. I kind of want to, like, explore. Oh, but I guess it doesn't... I was going to say it doesn't hurt. Like, okay, so if you completely wipe, like, how much do you lose, right? How much do you... it should be fine, right, guys? It should be fine. Well, let's do it, right? Why not? I'm going to... Level 9. You lose absolutely nothing? Okay, if that's the case, then there's no problem with this. So he's weak to fire, so you'd want to bring Sinanko. He's powerful against grass. Jizaku's not that good here. JP might not actually be that bad. I also want to maybe bring Croaky because he can tank a lot of the hits. We'll go... I don't know. We'll go with Jizaku and see how it pans out. Oh my goodness. You can see there already, right? Like everybody's already got, like, you know, shield. We'll do sidekick first. Then shield. Oh my god, look at that! You lose your no whiteout badge out of boasting. Ah, okay. That to be fair, that's a very big deal. That's a very big deal. Let's see what oh my god, he's just given himself amazing buffs. Okay. Okay, that's fine though. I'm okay with that. Then we can do the chilling wind, right? Yeah. Because that will like chain with a few other things, won't it? So I think power's still good. Hopefully Sinanko doesn't take too much damage here, but I honestly don't think it should be too much of a problem. Ooh, good crits. Yeah, see? Now, like, that did a decent amount of damage, but I can just keep doing this, right? That's insane. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. In a good way. But that's kind of ridiculous. Right. Okay, so that did a lot of damage, to be fair, but I can just keep doing this into perpetuity, right? If I had, it would be nice if I had a monster that can like debuff enemies. But I'll probably think of that later, right? Yeah, bleed stacks are not bad. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get anything done in that regard. Okay, good crits though. Good crits from Jizaku. Nice! He doesn't even break the barrier. So now I can go with Chilling Wind. And then stack some chill together. Very nice. Nice. Good bleed stacks. Let's go. Okay. Jizaku is actually hurting quite bad from that. But, like, the fact that we can stack together so many barriers, I think just means that we're absolutely fine regardless. Yeah, see? Like, we can actually... Yeah, let's just go for the KO. Let's go for the KO. There we go. Nice. Nice. That was pretty comfortable. I mean, it took a while, right? Because I don't do that much damage. But it was pretty comfortable in the end. I think the shield that Kenjo can provide is kind of ridiculous. Crit ring. Very nice. Very nice. Good XP, good XP. You've ascended to Keeper Novice rank. New items are available at the traders. The Jewel Circle is now available in the Keeper's Tower. Thank you, Roke. Thank you for the GG. So now we can do PvP, guys. We can do PvP. So if anybody wants to fight like a level 8 turtle, let's go. Does the game scale, actually? Is again another comparison with Pokemon, right? Like when you play Pokemon, multiplayer battling, your Pokemon get automatically scaled to level 50, right? Totoro has beaten the Viridian Forest and I've unlocked PvP. I'm ready to fight the Monster Sanctuary champions. I thought I was prepared once I saw the champion I froze, by the way. Did you also meet this suspicious person earlier? You two are still here? Did you find any champion monsters? Yes. Yes, Leonard, we came, we saw, we conquered. Yes, Totoro just defeated one by himself. What? You must have confused it with a regular monster. The champion must still be around here somewhere. What a big-headed guy. I know, right? He's a big-headed guy, at least for me. Anyway, I'll go back to the keep and try to find something about the suspicious person that we met. Meet me at the library in the Keeper's stronghold. You know, if there's a will, there's a way. And I think that he has, he's got a way with words. And, good on him. Good on him. He seems like a nice guy. He seems like a nice guy. Oh, okay, and that's like the jump that, yeah. Okay, so now we're just back. No scaling, wait until max level. Oh, no. Oh, no, Rogue. Okay, so what's the max level in this game? Out of curiosity. I imagine it's like level 40, right? Because here it's 40, right? So level 40 is the max level. So like playing against other players, with level 8 monsters against level 40 behemoths, it's fine, right? I'll do absolutely fine, right? There's no problems whatsoever with what I'm doing. I would have absolutely no problems. Right, let's go down back here. Because I remember there was like 1 or 2 other places where I wanted to double jump in order to get to the next spot. Yeah. Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, I get it now. There we go. I guess it's the same here. Oh, no, we can just double jump there. Haha, nice. Up. Womp womp. Womp womp. There we go. Nice, got him. Hazelnut. Oh, right, hazelnut. That actually reminds me that we haven't been doing any food. We haven't been doing any food prep before battles. Interesting. Nice. Obtained bronze. Level 2 rare upgrade material. Very nice. All right, let's see. Is there anything else down here? I don't think so. Nah, there's nothing else there. Very cool. I wonder if we die if we just stay here until the end, the end of time. Do we just have gills that's unexplained in the story that we can just breathe endlessly? Because if so, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. Wait, actually, there's like more shit I can go. But no, okay. Having double jump is really fun. Really fun. Like I said, you know, I'm not really into like the Metroidvania type games in general, but you know, just the fact that the battles here are done turn-based and everything, you know, I can really jive with this. Okay. Oh. Is there like some sort of other monster that I need? I wonder if I'm missing something. Oh. Interesting. Okay. You can't online PvP until Keeper Lancer anyways. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Best guess is your magic clothes that you breathe underwater. Obtained level badge. Increase. Oh! Okay, so this is... Why do I compare everything to Pokemon? This is the rare candy of this game. Can be used on monsters that are at least 2 levels below your highest monster. Okay, cool. Cool. Nothing else up here. So go down through here. Alright. Ooh! Interesting. What a strange door. It feels a bit ominous to be standing right in front of it, doesn't it? My instincts tell me that there are some dangerous monsters lurking behind that door. Judging by the sockets surrounding the door, it seems like we need 5 particular round objects to open this door. We're still just at the beginning of our journey. I have a feeling we'll come back here to open this door eventually. Don't worry, I'll be there with you to brave the unknown. I guess we can go back to the sanctuary, right? We can go back to the sanctuary. I don't think there's a whole lot else we can do, right? Because like this is a dead end, right? This is where we got the key. Yeah, this is a dead end. Oh man, I do enjoy the double jump. That's a cool ability. That's a really cool ability. All right, so we'll make our way. We'll make our way to the torch. We'll get back to the sanctuary, and then I think at that point we can have a little bit of a chat because we've definitely, you know, like I wouldn't say like we've made a ton of progress, but we definitely have made some progress, right? I would like to say that we've made some progress, and like this is like a nice natural stopping point progression wise, right? And on top of that, I feel like, I don't know. I did get lost, but I also, oh, this must be your parents, right? No? Okay. Wait. Yeah, no. So, I feel like compared to last session, like, I think last session I spent a decent amount of time, just like paused in the game and talking. And I think this time around I've done a little bit better at you know, like actually playing through the game. That said, I definitely did waste a little bit of time because I got lost earlier. You have to understand, guys. You know, I'm just a turtle trying his best. You have to understand. Please understand. I'm trying my best. I think, definitely... Jisaku! No, I don't even know. That time already, there's probably some Holo Live event later. I don't even know if there is Jisaku. How could you be so cruel and just out me like that? Maybe there is, but I actually don't know for sure. But what I will say is that, you know, I feel like I've done a little bit better trying to focus on the game a little bit. Because, you know, I was pretty bad about that last session, and I want to, like, not only just make progress in this game, but I also want to be more focused with the gameplay. Because, like, you know, speaking from my own perspective, oh, wow, this is so cool. Speaking from my own perspective, I do enjoy, like, chatting and, you know, just, like, messing around and that kind of thing. But, you know, this game is fun, and I already don't stream that much just because of my schedule. So I don't want a situation where, like, I'm spending, like, 3 months on this game just because of how slow I'm progressing. So, you know, I want to get, like, a little bit more done in each session. Hoping that, you know, this is a nice stopping point. We're going to go to... We'll go to the library first and then talk to, We'll talk to Will. We'll go to the library, and we can get a little bit of story done, and then we can finish up for the day. But what I will say as well, oh, it's that time already. Yes. So we're getting close. What I will say, Roke, is that depending on my schedule, so like I do post my schedule on Twitter every week, and for this week I've only got 2 streams scheduled. So there was the one on Wednesday where we finished Pokemon, or at least beat the Elite Four, beat Cynthia with the power of friendship, and obviously there's this stream. However, if my schedule on the weekend is looking nice, like my personal schedule, then I'll be happy to go through and, you know, do some unplanned stream, right? So maybe tomorrow, maybe Sunday, I'll come back and I'll be playing Monster Sanctuary. Like, I don't have anything else that I really want to play, like I want to play this, right? So I may come back tomorrow, I may come back on Sunday. I'll again, any updates will be on Twitter, right? Stream Spark, says JP. No. You know, it's kind of a meme, but like Sparks isn't even my favorite, you know, Takanashi Kiara song. You know, Stream Sparks isn't even her best song, JP. So take your meme and shove it. All right, Twitter, yes, Sign and Co. I'll post any announcements I have on Twitter. But for now, let's talk to Will and let's get a little bit of this story progression going. Oh, hey Toru, you've come just at the right moment. I think I found a clue about that masked stranger in the Blue Caves. My familiar had a vague memory of his mask, just as your familiar, I imagine. So it didn't take me too long to find something in the archives. But first off, you know all about the old world, right? No, I don't. Let's get this exposition going. The old world is what's outside the Monster Sanctuary. Our current year, 490 AC, means after creation. 490 years ago, there was a war between the first monster keepers and the kings of the old world. The Monster Sanctuary was created during that war, magical barriers separating it from the rest of the world. Anyway, ever since that war 490 years ago, the humans of the old world have been pursuing ways to explore all that uncharted regions of the earth and to learn of all the secrets of nature. They call it science. However, there are still a great number of alchemists in many countries of the old world during that time. Alchemy is an ever-changing craft. Its results are unpredictable and oftentimes dangerous, similar to magic. By 200 AC, alchemy was outlawed in all of the empires of the old world and even persecuted in some areas. But the oldest order of alchemists remained, and they fled to the Monster Sanctuary in secret. That's all I found in these archives. In the books here, there's nothing written about what happened after the alchemists came to the sanctuary. It's really odd, don't you think? There's supposed to be more books somewhere in the Stronghold dungeon, which is east of the Keeper's Stronghold. We've got to do the Keeper Battle Training before we can go there, though. The Keeper Battle Trainer is in the Keeper's Tower, just above this room. I'll go ahead. Okay, so it's going to be like an introduction to PvP. All right. You know what? Let's do that. I want to be in a spot where the next stream, I can just, you know, leave the Keeper Tower and then do like the next objective or go to the next area. So let's do the PvP stuff now. Was it up here? Or was it... Yeah. Wait. Okay, so, wait. Where did he want us to go? Not that one. Higher? I went higher. There was nothing there, JP. Nothing there. Tutorial gym battle time. Yes, it looks like it. Oh. Yeah, okay. Dual circle. Okay, here we go. This has to be it, right? Yep. Dual circle. The Keeper Duel Trainer said that he wants to talk to you first for some reason. I'm a little bit anxious, but I think we'll be fine. I've got to admit, I've read up on the rules for Keeper Duels beforehand just to be safe. Let's see what the rules are. Well done! You've beaten enough champion monsters to qualify for Keeper Duel training. This training will complete your initiation as a novice. It's a step every fledgling monster keeper takes at some point. Tutorial gym battle time, exactly. My bad? Yes, JP, you're bad. I'm joking. It's a joke. Technically, Will hasn't beaten enough champion monsters for this training. However, we've decided to make an exception in this case for 2 reasons. For one, we need at least 2 aspiring keepers for this training, so you'd have to wait for Will or another new keeper to beat enough champion monsters. We don't have time for that. We've got a world to save, guys. But even more importantly, we fear that it might take a long time for Will... Wow. Gothelm? This guy? That's brutal. Pretty much they're saying, oh, we've got no faith in Will to actually do it himself properly, so we're just gonna like boost him. Holy cow. His parents say he's always got his head stuck in the clouds, and he's just not the type to go adventuring and monster fighting. However, he's a very smart and talented young man. We hope that this training will give him a confidence boost by showing him what his monsters are capable of. But I'm not telling you to hold back on him. Feel free to use this opportunity to test your own skills too. Alright, Will, come over here. I'll explain the rules of Keeper Dueling to the both of you now. I am the Keeper Duel Trainer Gothelm, and it is my task to teach young keepers about the rules of Keeper Dueling. For 1,000 years or more, humans have settled their disputes by letting their beasts fight against each other. What a cruel world. However, only when the Monster Sanctuary was created, the first Monster Keepers established a fixed set of rules for this kind of duel. Firstly, neither keeper nor monster is to be seriously injured during a duel. That should be a given to the both of you anyway, but it is customary for me to repeat this rule. In a duel, each keeper uses the full team of 6! But as always, a keeper may not use more than 3 monsters at once. If a monster gets knocked out, the keeper may switch in one of their monsters. Oh, let's go! 6v6, 3 on the field at a time. Oh, this is like super boosted VGC. Let's fucking go. The turn order is determined... What? What? Determined by chance? Are you kidding me? What kind of game just... Oh my god, this is so RNG based then. The keeper who has the first turn may only use 2 of their 3 chosen. Yeah, okay. Keeper has the second turn can use all 3. Okay. The battle proceeds normally from that point from that on. Once either keeper has managed to knock out their opponent's team, they have won the fight. That concludes the theoretical part of this training. Are you ready? Yeah, we're ready. We're ready. Warning, enemy keepers can also use combo damage. Okay. It just means who goes first, Toro. No, but I've used a Pokemon where stats decide everything, Jazaku. Stats decide everything. I think I'm ready too. Let's show them what we're made of. Alright then. Young keepers, one of you has to challenge the other to keep a duel. Okay. Toro of the Spectral Toad bloodline, I challenge you to this keeper duel. Alright, so who are my leads gonna be? What? His team's stronger than mine. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, I definitely want Kenjo Jazaku at the start, and let's see. I actually feel like Croaky's really powerful here. But then I do want Pokemon who can heal. We'll go with Croaky. I think Croaky's pretty good here. Just go with Shield. Alright, so... And then Sidekick. So we're going to use this turn as like... we're going to use this turn just to self-buff. Oh, in NPC story fights, player always goes first. Okay, I see. I understand. Okay. Oh, the burn is an unfortunate thing, but I guess... So he has the capacity to do all of this shit too, right? Like the barriers. I think it's important to get rid of the fungi. Maybe important to get rid of Jazaku. Oh, sorry, they are. Important to get rid of the Vero first. Mud Cannon's pretty powerful. The burn's a bit annoying. I mean... That doesn't even do that much. Like, his Pokemon are pretty strong. I just want to get the debuff on it. Beating would be good. Yep, and then we finish off with a Mud Cannon. Yeah, that does a lot of damage. Oh, that does a lot of damage too. Okay, that's fine. The Feather Storm's like the least concerning of all that. I've still got decent barrier. I think... I guess Ice Hail. Because he's already got chills. Yeah, you just want to beat down like the... Okay, and then Mud Cannon. And, like, it's not going to KO, unfortunately, but it does good damage. So we should be able to take it out next turn. But, yeah, I'm going to need to, like, heal up a whole bunch, right? Because, like, Jazaku is really, really beaten up. Oh my god, that's actually not enough. That's actually not enough. So I'm gonna be a filthy cheater and use some items, right? Let's use some items, right? I'm pent up. I'm pent up from not using items in my Pokemon playthrough and how much suffering that caused me. So we're gonna play Monster Sanctuary. This game is not something that I'm not good. Like, this game is not something I'm good in. So I'm fine. I'm fine to cheese and use all the items possible. Right, so let's fucking go. Item time. Okay, good. He should go at next turn. Right, nice. Okay, Jizaku will survive that turn. And then we can use... Yeah, Ice Hail. I still think Shield is probably better. Let's heal first. Like, Jizaku does need healing. Then we can... Yeah, beating's fine. Copium? No. Well, yes and no, Jizaku. Oh my god, how much barrier has this guy gotten? Holy shit. I'm tempted to like stack my own barrier, but I want to get the debuffs on them first. And I think Magma Pillar is like heavy damage dealer, so sure, let the turns pass. Let infinity buff stack. Let sudden death arrive. Yeah, I'm kind of really concerned. Alright. Oh man, I need something to like debuff my opponents better. Oh my god. All these stacks are destroying me. Oh, I need to cleanse. I need to cleanse something, or I need to swap out Jizaku. Oh yeah, I'm definitely swapping out. So we'll swap him out first, right? We'll switch monster. And who would be strong against this so JP, so Fungi, Rocky, and Magma, right? Switch monster. Fungi, Rocky, JP. So strong against fire. Weak against fire in most cases. So we'll go Sign and Code. Oh, but he's weak against grass. Like, that's the issue. Monsters coming onto the field immediately proc their buffs and debuff effects. Oh, well, that's bad if that's the case. Alright, well, I guess we need to, like, small antidote here. So it's like, yeah. That's still a lot. That's still a lot. What the heck? Maybe I just forfeit? No. Let's see. I think unfortunately Jizaku's gonna go down this turn. But let's see what we can do here, right? Man, I need to learn up on like the debuffs and everything. This is definitely something that I was not expecting. Definitely something I was not expecting. That doesn't give Will the satisfaction of absolutely destroying you. You never taught JP how to cleanse debuffs, if I remember right. Yeah, I don't think I did. So that's definitely a me problem. What can we even do here at this point? Because like he's like completely buffed up. Heal and make a barrier. Welcome to the stream, Blunt Raider. Welcome to the stream. I think. Oh, but who do I heal here? I think healing Jizaku is probably still ideal. And then, you know, we just need to like stack as much like shield as we can, right? And hopefully try and soak up as much damage as possible. Oh my god, that's gonna hurt so badly, all the debuffs. Okay, so Jizaku's going down this turn. I think I'm gonna lose 2 Pokemon this turn. I'm losing 2 Pokemon this turn. Oh, it's over. So Alistar and Sun and Co. Like we have to like try and get a little bit of run back here. So, but welcome to the stream, Blunt Raider. So I think, definitely barrier is ideal, or like shield rather. We need to really start stacking our own debuffs on them though. Let's see. Unfortunately, they're strong against it. It's really, really annoying. So I kind of want to use regeneration, but I know it's not gonna really matter too much. So, I guess we can. I guess like Slash is okay. No, hold on. So, Acid Rain, and then Slash. It's unfortunate, like it really does not do enough. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is so bad. No, I'm not winning. I'm not winning. I can definitely see myself losing really badly here. Unfortunately, yeah, I don't have anything that can undo debuff. So yeah, I'm not winning this fight. Will is just gonna be destroying me. The caterpillar has been stacking shield. Yes, I waited too long. To really take it out, because I was trying to focus on the Vero, thinking that it was the most important one, but it definitely wasn't. And that's on me. So we go slash. Yeah, because at this point, like, I think I'm already way too far behind. Because I recognize, like, that caterpillar's probably, like, my strongest enemy. But, like, I don't have anything to prevent debuffs. So, like, Silent Co is going to just die here, right? Because they focus fire on him. And then he's done. So, I don't think I win at all. But does JP even have any debuffs? Oh, he does have debuffs. So, that's pretty handy. And so, the thing is, like... Hold on. Let's try. Like, it doesn't hurt to try. Like, I don't think that I'm going to win. Like, I'm just going to get demolished, but it doesn't hurt to try. It's so unfortunate, though. Oh my god, the burn is so bad. That's basic damage. Oh, that's not too bad. Like, I guess stacking shield, like, probably not ideal, but... and restore... Yeah, definitely restore myself. A little bit of healing. Then slime shot there. Does poison only stack one time? Out of curiosity. Does poison only stack one time? Oh! Wait, what's this buff? This infinity thing? What does that do? Someone explain it. Alright. So I guess... Acid rain. Yeah, that's pretty good. We'll try. Why? Yeah. Channel side. Okay. Oh, okay. So I'm being given like a lot of extra stuff, right? The game is like, oh, Toru, you're so far behind. We're gonna try and give you a little bit of something to help you. Oh no, he's got it too. Oh, it's fucking over. So does that just happen to like, oh my god, those debuffs. Does that happen to just speed up battles? I assume so, right? I assume that's the reason for that. Alright, so if I had like been doing this from the beginning, I may have like had a chance, but I think for first off, like my composition was wrong. Like my idea of like battling is wrong, because my impression of how to fight these battles has been based on the idea of like stacking or like direct damage. But to be honest, what makes this game so powerful in terms of everything is not damage. It's not direct damage. It's like stacking debuffs. So that's really on me for not learning the system, Direct damage is fine too. Okay. Well, I just didn't do it properly. I just didn't do it properly if that's the case. Oh my god, that hurts so much. Yeah, getting rid of the debuffs does help. Yeah, unfortunately, I think it just does too much damage, and then they can just focus fire on the slime. Because the slime is like the most important one I have. Because if it wasn't for that, like I could slowly chip away, but that's not going to happen at this point. Right, that's definitely not going to happen at this point. So yeah, I've lost. That's fine. All right, interesting to know. I need to read up. On how all of this works. Keeper Toru has no more monsters in his team to continue the fight. Keeper Will is the winner. Unfortunate. Wow, can't believe I actually won against Toru too, even though he beat the Minotaur. I guess I had just the better strategy. Yeah, he did. He definitely did. I think that, I need to like more effectively choose skills in my tree to be more balanced, because direct damage meta is exacting to build damage. Over time metas are simpler. Yeah, I never really paid much attention to like stacking debuffs and that kind of thing, so definitely it's something that I need to read into. You may now proceed to the other areas of the sanctuary and challenge the other monster keepers you encounter. Fighting other monster keepers lets you gain experience points, and each keeper also has a different reward for you if you beat them. I'll head to the stronghold dungeon now. We've got to find those history books. I hope you'll be there too, Toro. I hope this has helped to get him braver. Either way, you should keep an eye on him. So you know what, guys? You know what? It's actually a good thing that Will demolished me. It's actually a good thing that Will demolished me because it gave him confidence and gave him a little bit of character development. So that was totally intentional. I hope this helped to get braver. Either way, you should keep an eye on him. You are merely a stepping stone in Will's path. Yes, Jizaku, where there's a will, there's a way. Spread out the debuffs to make the pressure higher for the enemy. Yes. Yeah, I think I led probably too defensively, if that makes sense. So like I spent the first turn buffing up, which was okay, but then I spent the next the second turn after that only doing direct damage, but that's sort of not that ideal because my opponent had shields up. But anyway, I offer keep a duel challenges against you if you wish to test your skills against me. It's something to look into and probably something I'm going to play a bit off stream. So a little bit of a spoiler. I may play this game a little bit off stream. I don't know if I'll try to get much progress done, but, just to learn a little bit more of the battle mechanics, right? And then maybe get some synergies going and like retweaking things because you can buy the things that allow you to retool your skills. So maybe I'll go ahead and, get 1 or 2 or 3 of them and, see what I can do. Read up on the meta and maybe play a little bit off stream. But in terms of significant game progress, I'm going to try and keep as much of it to this stream as possible. Because, Monster Sanctuary is a fun journey and I want to share it with you guys. But yeah, I think it's we're going to finish up with the gaming portion of the stream. So we'll have a little bit of just a quick chat, right? A little bit of a quick chat before I finish up the stream. In general, you get new monsters and you can test out different builds. That's definitely something I'm looking forward to. That's definitely something I'm looking for. But I'm pretty happy with the progress that we've made today. For what it's worth, guys, I'm pretty happy with the progress that we've made today. We haven't carved a hole through all of the game, or anything along those lines. But we've gotten to the next main story point. We've learned a little bit more about how this all works. And, we've, done a little bit of the movement puzzles and things like that. So, I'm pretty happy with the progress overall. And I'm hoping that going forward in the coming weeks, that I can dedicate a lot more time into this, right? So that I can actually, become good at this game and, make a lot of progress. But yeah, I'm pretty happy and I'm hoping as Blunt Raider says, you get new monsters. I'm really hoping to get even more and more monsters because I want to try out new combinations. Because you breed them with a level similar to the monsters you have leveled up. Exactly. Yeah. You get the eggs at 2 levels below your highest level monster. I think the game said that earlier. And so it means that it gives you a lot of room to experiment if you want to. And that's definitely something that I do want to do a little bit going forward. Yeah, I'm really happy and I want to get many, many more monsters. Many, many more monsters. But yeah, let's just head to just the other panel just for a little bit. And we can maybe wrap things up. And hello, guys. Hello. Hope you're doing well. All right. I had something I wanted. Yeah. All right. Just give me just a moment. I wanted to have a really nice sort of smooth intro into this, but I kind of messed it up. So, here it is without the nice intro. Oh, wow. What a wonderful assortment of cute and powerful friends to bring along with me on my journey. Monster Sanctuary is great. But I have all these friends and I can only bring 6 with me at any one time because of genre convention. What to do? Well, hey guys, you've all been great so far, truly wonderful, but I can't keep all of you with me. I have to send some of you guys back off to the farm, right? But it'll be fine, just trust me. If I need you guys, I'll let you out, and
you can come back. Hopefully, you all understand. I mean, please. This hurts me much more than it will hurt you, okay? There we go. Just a little skit. Because I do find it funny. I do actually find it pretty amusing. The idea that, like... Yeah, I'm glad you like it, Sonic. I'm glad you like it. The farm. Yes, JP. The farm, right? Yeah, so evil. Yeah, because I do find it funny in general that, like... And I get it. I get the idea why you can't bring, like, like why you can only bring a certain amount of monsters to each battle and everything, right? But, I do find it funny, you have like the party of 6, right? And then you can interchange like a lot of the other monsters and that kind of thing. And it's not even necessarily like a monster thing. It's more of a JRPG thing, right? Where you have, a limited party size and then, you are... then you bring people in and out. But with the monsters, it's like, you bring them to a farm or like, Professor Oak's lab in Pokemon and stuff like that, or like the PC box system and that kind of thing. And I always find it funny, like how, like how would it actually work? And how would you try and justify it in the lore, right? Like in universe, because we understand and accept that it's a game mechanic necessary for the game to function properly, because the game just becomes like, imagine if like, all of your monsters just got like XP or whatever, and it's just like, or like you can swap in between all of your monsters. So let's say you have like a full bestiary of like 20 monsters or whatever, and then you can just swap in between all of those monsters in a battle. Like it becomes really, over the top pretty quickly. So I can understand 150% why they do things the way that they do. But it is fun just to make a little skit and poke fun at it. The game would be over too fast. Exactly, Blunt Raider. Like, yeah, like it's very obvious that, games need to have these sorts of mechanics in order to keep things, like, in order to keep a smooth progression and prevent the player from getting too powerful too quickly. I completely understand, but... it's just fun to think about, and I enjoy making like these tiny 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute skits where I just take the piss out of the game a little bit and have a little bit of fun with it, So I'm glad you guys enjoyed. So yeah, I made that yesterday. Thankfully, I didn't make it today. If I had to make it today, I would have had to come to the stream late, because yeah, I took a nap and I woke up only like just a couple of minutes before I started streaming. So if I had to make that today, I definitely wouldn't have been able to get that on time for, relatively on time for the stream that I had today. So it's a good thing that I was able to get that done yesterday. The Toru skits. How long do you spend on the skits? Not too long, Sign & Co. Not too long. Depending on the length of the skit itself, like maybe like half an hour to 1 hour, I guess. Right, so like that particular one took me 40 minutes or something like that, and I could make them quicker, right? I could make them quicker if I was like smarter with how to use video editing programs and and that kind of thing. But they're short enough. They're short enough that they don't take a prohibitive amount of time. So I'm happy to like try and make a skit every stream if I can. If I don't have any ideas for a skit, then I won't do it. But it's one thing that I really enjoy doing, and it's one thing that I want to add to as many streams as possible, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. I'm glad they're the best time of the stream for me. I'm glad to hear that, Sonic. I'm glad to hear that. We have to limit progress, like in real life technologies sometimes don't get upset. Yeah, sorry for mumbling. Like in real life, technologies sometimes don't get accepted by the people, or companies want to hold out on it before releasing them. In some ways, to limit its progress. Yes, yeah, that's true. Like we do see that in real life, where access to certain technologies are maybe gated behind certain groups or certain companies, because they may want to monopolize their technology before it becomes widespread, so that they can put themselves in the most advantageous position possible once the technology is more widespread. But then obviously what happens as a result
is that, less people get access to the technology. So overall progress in society is a lot, is slower because of that. But yeah, no, definitely, I understand, Blunt Raider. That's a good point. MS Mod, for realism, where all the mods you have are following you on the screen, says Jay. You know what, JP? That's a cool idea. Not a realism mod for the sake of like game balance or anything, but like in general, like any game. Oh, thank you for the follow, Blunt Raider. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Glad you're enjoying the show. I hope you're enjoying the stream, and if you are, I'm glad. But JP, what did you say? Realism. No, any game that has you dealing with like monsters and raising monsters and stuff like that, I really love the idea of them being on screen with you. So 100% agreed with that idea. Planned obsolescence also works in a similar way, where most devices are planned to be incompatible with newer software to encourage buying newer devices. Yes, or they're built in such a way where breakdowns are common to occur. Yeah, and then it's like it's not built to last, right? It's not built to last, and the idea is to like hem you in towards the newer devices. And I think that the most common example, right, or the example that a lot of people bring up, right, would be like Apple products. I think a lot of them are not necessarily designed to last a long time, or there's incompatibilities with software, or there's incompatibilities with hardware, in which they sort of hem you in, through the use of proprietary technologies and things to hem you in into buying like the latest models and that kind of thing. And yeah, we do see it here and there. It's definitely not ideal. It's definitely not ideal, but it's also not illegal, which is unfortunate. I like the game, and you seem to be a reasonable person, so I will jump in. If you're here, I'm glad to hear that, Blunt Raider. That's awesome, dude. Thank you so much. Thank you. Imagine if Pokemon were designed to turn obsolete by every gen. You know what, Sinenka? You know what? It's funny you mentioned that. Okay, so, like, a lot of Pokemon from older generations, competitively, are still very, very strong. But particularly with the latest generation of Pokemon, Generation 8, Pokemon Sword and Shield, there are a lot of Pokemon that are just completely busted in terms of power creep, that it is getting to the point where it disencourages a lot of previously strong and viable Pokemon. So, through the combination of moves, abilities, mechanics, and base stats, a lot of the Generation 8 Pokemon are just really, really strong, right? So some of the Pokemon I'm talking about is like Zacian, Regieleki, Calyrex, Shadow Rider, Calyrex, Ice Rider, and that sort of thing. So you have a lot of Pokemon there, right? That, it's not going to fill out the full team. Don't get me wrong, it's not going to fill out the full team, but there are a lot of Pokemon that are sort of like forcefully inserted into the meta because of how strong they are. And because of that, it rearranges what the meta looks like, because in order to counter team those specific Pokemon, you have to undertake, or you have to do different strategies. And so, I definitely do think that the latest generation of Pokemon introduced quite a lot of power creep and a lot of speed creep compared to previous generations. And, we'll see how that plays out in Generation 9, in the next mainline Pokemon game. But it's, it's something you deal with, it's something you live with, but it has a a lot of the new Pokemon have a very powerful impact on the meta. Even Pokemon is doing planned obsolescence. Yeah, I know. It's terrible. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but sometimes that's just how it is. All right, but I think that will probably be it for me today. I want to thank you guys for coming so much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. Let's see. Can we raid somebody? Let's take a look. Who's online? Would Gen 9 be on the next device after the Switch? I actually don't know. It depends when Gen 9 comes out, right? It depends when Gen 9 comes out. Like, it might be on the next device, but if they finish Gen 9 and it comes out relatively soon, then it might just be on the Switch. Who am I gonna raid? I think there's someone that I do want to raid. I think he's doing like an endurance stream. Oh my god, and it's getting over it too. It's getting over it. Oh, okay. I'm pretty interested in this. Okay, so I think I rated him on Wednesday, but I'll rate him again today because he's a cool guy. So his name is Sora Shu, and I think he's doing like he's doing an endurance stream of getting over it, or like he's not finishing stream until he finishes getting over it, and he's like 4.5 hours in and he's still going. so we're gonna raid Sora Shu, and we're gonna wish him the best of luck. You're spoiling your regular raid targets. I might be. I'm a nice guy, Sign & Co. I'm a nice guy. I like to spoil people I like. But we're gonna raid Sora Shu, so please go say hi to him. Please go say hello. Alright, give us a raid message this time. Alright. So, let's see. What can we do for a raid message? I think we can do like oh, you're an evil guy? Oh, yes, we are. No, we demolished. No, we lasered all of those, you know, the monsters that we're not using. But I think Monster Turtle Raid seems about right. You know, it's something straightforward. It's something basic. It's not too complicated. So, you know, if anybody is still in chat, we're gonna raid Sora Shu. He is currently playing Getting Over It, doing like an endurance stream. So if you wanna, you know, go ahead and type the raid message, I would really appreciate it. But yeah, we're gonna hop off for the time being. And I want to thank you guys for coming along. I really appreciate it, whether you were here for the whole stream or, you know, just one moment, whether you were in chat the whole time or, you know, just lurking in the background. I really do appreciate your presence because, you know, every person counts. I think that, you know, maybe it's just, you know, because I don't have like that, you know, that big of an audience yet and that kind of thing. But like, you know, I really do appreciate everybody who does come by, you know, because it's like, when I started VTubing and that kind of thing, I really didn't expect to have an audience at all, right? I really didn't expect to have an audience at all. I was thinking like, you know, if I'm lucky, maybe I'll have like 2-3 people or whatever coming to my streams. But I tend to like consistently have like 5 to 10 people now. And I'm hoping that with a little bit more consistency in the coming weeks, in the coming months, that I'll make, you know, many more new friends and we can grow the audience and we can have a lot more people having fun with me. And, you know, that's definitely something that I'm looking forward to in the future. But yeah, thank you guys for coming. I really do appreciate it from Toru to you. Thank you. Take care of yourselves, guys, and hope to see you all around next time.